Welcome to Rome Free Academy football from Tom Hogue Field. Alongside Pete Pagliaro, I'm Rocky Corglano. We're going to bring you the RFA plays host to the Baldwinsville Bees of Baldwinsville. It's going to be a beautiful night for football, Pete.
Yeah, the weather looks good. Teams look ready to go and get warmed up. Should be a good night of football in Rome.
So Rome's coming off a loss last week, 52-26 to the visit in New Hartford. New Hartford was a really good team last year. They were 9-1, went all the way to the Section 3 finals. This year, New Hartford gets boosted up to Class A. They come in here last week with a win. RFA, Evan Carlson looked really good at quarterback last week, so we'll see what they can do against a bigger Baldwinsville team.
Yeah, and I think them coming in last week, that was a good game for a good test for Rome last week. Like you said, that New Hartford's a good team. They play well. They got a couple of good backs. For the most part, Rome hung on and was in that game for most of the game. So it was a good effort for the kids, and I think a good game to get the season started.
So tonight's game, I want to just make sure I give a shout out. We had a lot of sponsors that jumped up here locally. I want to give everybody a shout out. Thanks to Nazi Adolfi at D&D Carpets. Thanks to Salvatore Bonanza and the Neeling Group. Anthony Mariani of Rome Pre-Owned Auto and Sales. Larry Posset, the president of LCS Janitorial Services. John Miller and Rich Ferrucci at the Palisades. Terry Denton of Rome Signs. Kristen and Tim Saffin from 3M's Property and Maintenance. Mike Matthews from Matthews Auto, Concetta Griffo from Gigi's Hair Designs, Iris Bukowski from the Birch Wealth Management Group, Jason Yeagers from Big J's Pizzeria, Tommy Hawkins from Hawkins and Hurlbut Sanitation, and John Lavala, the car father. I want to make sure I give a special shout out to all the sponsors for tonight's broadcast for helping make this possible. Some key players tonight for Rome that we'll focus on. The quarterback, Evan Carlson, will be the big focus of tonight. Comes in from last year as a starter, as a sophomore. Comes in with a year of experience under his belt. He'll be the junior quarterback that will get the start tonight for Jake DeCola. We'll also pay close attention to wide receiver LeBron Bowman, who last week had a good week against New Hartford. And we'll also pay attention to wide receiver Jack Lawless, who also had a big day for Rome last week as well. First game for Baldwinsville this week. It was the week 0 last week in high school football, so they did not play. This will be their opening game of the 2022 season.
Now, Coach, them starting not playing last week, do you think that's an advantage for Rome, having a game under their belt already?
Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't really a big fan of the week 0 because for Rome this week, Baldwinsville, with a scrimmage last week, they don't really have the game film. Baldwinsville's got a game film here from last week with Rome playing. So there's pros and cons to both of it, but these two teams know each other well. This is a rivalry that goes back a long time. And Baldwinsville's very traditional. They're big up front. They like to run the football. They're not fancy. They do have some new signal callers this year. Nick Wellman, the junior quarterback, will take over this year for them. He's going to replace Caden Cox, who last year threw for over 800 yards. And they're going to have to rely heavily this year because they lost Sam Mellinger, who rushed for 1,100 yards.
Yeah, and I would expect kind of the same balance attack this year from them with the running back. They're going to run the ball. Like you said before, they kind of always have been traditionally a run-heavy team. I would expect to see a lot of that tonight as well.
So Beeville last season played Rome twice. Beeville beat them in the regular season 59-21. And then in the sectionals last year, the quarterfinals, Baldwinsville beat them 56-13.
Well, like you said, Coach, different team this year, not having that running back that they had last year with 1,100 yards or so. That's a big difference coming in here. But again, like you said before, Beeville has a big line. That's going to be one of the key things for Rome is you got to protect your quarterback and you got to get to the quarterback.
We did get some key starters.
The next morning, they had some public works at the start.
We did get the offense and defensive starters tonight for Baldwinsville. We'll start with the offense first. Number 5, junior running back, Trevor Valenti. Number 18, junior quarterback. He'll be the one in charge most of the night, Nick Wellman. Number 21, senior running back, Brandon Levin. Number 26, senior running back, Caleb Paul. Number 42, senior running back, Nick Foster. And it's a really big offensive line for Baldwinsville, which is usually traditional for them. Number 63, Jackson Boslett, senior. Number 67, junior offensive lineman Frederick Pickard IV. Number 68, junior offensive lineman Dimitri Ioannidis. Number 72, senior offensive lineman Patrick Paschal III. Number 74, junior Lucas Houghton. And number 85, senior Griffin Killian for Baldwinsville.
You look up and down the roster for the team, you see a lot of guys for Baldwinsville up there in size. So that's going to be a big challenge for these guys tonight.
Yeah, one of the things with Baldwinsville every year, it's a Baldwinsville team that doesn't like to get fancy. They're coached by Coach San Filippo, who's been there an awfully long time. I played against Coach when I was at Rome Free Academy. They're big up front. They like to run the ball north and south. There's no trickery. They play old traditional football, and we're going to line up and run it. Can you stop it is going to be the big key for Rome Free Academy tonight.
And I'm sure Coach Zercola talking about during all week about that running game and what they need to do to get in those lanes and stop that running back. Because, like you said, they're going to keep doing it until you can stop them.
So we got a 5-minute delay here. We're supposed to start at 6:30. Kick will be at 6:35. We're up in the press box right over the 50-yard line. PA announcer Ray Tarkowski, been the voice of RFA football for many years, will be doing the PA. If you're listening tonight on YouTube or Facebook, LinkedIn or Twitter, and you have any comments or questions, you can interact with Pete and I tonight throughout the broadcast. We'll do the best we can to get to as many of those questions as we can, but we will definitely make it fun and interact with everybody throughout the broadcast. So we're about 4 minutes away here. Both teams warming up. Rome Free Academy's in the all-black pants, the black tops with the orange numerals, and Baldwinsville comes in with the road whites, white pants, white top with the red numerals.
Field looks great here tonight. I know they got some new turf, you said?
Yeah, they did. They actually last week for the New Hartford game, I was here in the stands, and they had a really good crowd. The student section last week wasn't open because of apparently they didn't have the student IDs. They were going to shut it down tonight, but they opened it up for the students. So the students will be on the traditional student section just straight ahead of us. So the student section probably excited to be back over on their normal traditional side here at Tom Hoke Field.
Yeah, it's not an RFA game if you don't have the student section. I imagine they're going to be pretty loud out there tonight for the second game of the season. Great night for football, too. A little bit of a breeze. Not too hot.
We got John Adamo. Thanks, John. How we doing tonight? Good to have you. Kevy Rice says Friday nights in the 90s were electrical, fun to watch. They were fun. I'll tell you that. When I played in 96, we went all the way to the state championship. This stadium was packed at about 5 o'clock. You couldn't get a seat here at RFA. So it'll be good to see people trickling in here tonight for kickoff.
And, I always said, not being from Rome, people around here love the Rome football. I mean, they love Rome sports, but there's something different about the orange and black in the football field.
So for some keys to the game tonight, I'll start with keys for Rome on offense. Obviously, it's going to be no surprise. They're going to throw the football. So Evan Carlson's going to have a day. Hopefully this offensive line for RFA can give him the time. He throws a really good deep ball. So we'll see if he's patient in the pocket tonight. So we'll see up front if they can protect him. And I think one of the other ones, Pete, is they got to win the turnover battle tonight, and they got to keep this Baldwinsville offense off the field.
Agree. You don't want to give them any more chances than they're already going to have. And like you said, going back to Evan Carlson, he's the key. I mean, you got to keep him upright. You got to give him a chance to get the ball to his receivers because he's got a great arm and he can do it. Just a matter of giving him some time to find those receivers, and they'll be in good shape.
This is a Baldwinsville team last year that went all the way to the Section 3 finals. They finished 7-3 last year, went all the way to the Section 3 finals against CNS, who went on to win the Section 3 finals. They fell to CNS 35-21. They lose a lot. They lost Caden Cox, their senior quarterback last year, who threw for just under 1,000 yards. They lost their 1,100-yard back in Sam Mellinger. So it'll be a new-look Baldwinsville team, but it will not be a new look coaching for Baldwinsville, as Coach Filippo's been there an awfully long time.
Yeah, and I think when you have a coach there with that kind of stability, you lose players, you're able to just kind of – it's a system. You're able to bring in other guys who have probably been learning under those other guys. So they're not going to lose much of a step from last year, I imagine.
Pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
So we'll
Welcome to
pause here
RFA
for Mr.
Stadium.
Tarkowski can do the announcing. So we will pause for a brief
The
minute.
Black Knights of RFA entertain the Bees of Baldwinsville. Tonight's game officials: referee Bruce Izzo, umpire Jim Holt Jr., linesman Shay Simons, line judge Brian Campbell, back judge Justin Izzo, clock operator John Herbst, play clock operator Mike Calogero. The scoreboard clock at the south end of the field is official. Our game captains coaching midfield with referee Bruce Izzo for the toss of the coin.
Captains for Baldwinsville out at midfield, number 72, Patrick Pasho. Number 42 for Baldwinsville is Nick Foster. And number 26 for Baldwinsville is Caleb Paul. As they huddle at midfield for the coin toss. So it looks like RFA has won the toss. So we'll see. The officials are just going to turn it. So it looks like RFA has won the toss. And RFA will receive.
RFA has won the toss, elected to receive. Baldwinsville will kick off and defend the south goal.
For most Romans that are out there listening, they would remember the name Art Newman. Art Newman has been doing the balls here at RFA for well over, I would say, I have to confirm it, but well over 40 years. He's still out there. And I was just looking down, and he's got the traditional eye black on. That's what he did years ago. He's still doing it. God bless him. It's
amazing
a beautiful
how many
night.
great traditions there are here in Rome. It really is.
Got Neil Pizzula put on their class in 91-92. Some good football
Ladies
teams
and
that Neil
gentlemen,
played on.
the Bees of Baldwinsville. And the Black Knights of Rome Free Academy. The New York State Public High School Athletic Association and Section 3 promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial or ethnic comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and will be grounds for immediate removal from the site.
We'll try to.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please rise, remove your hats for the national anthem, as well as the Rome Free Academy alma mater.
So that was the Rome Marching Band. So we are set for football here at Tom Holt Field as the band plays the alma mater here at the stadium. RFA has won the toss and they have elected to receive. So we'll see the Rome offense led by junior quarterback Evan Carlson. Pete, one of the things I think with RFA, they like to throw the football is sometimes you can go quick 3 and out and turn it over and give it to the other team. It's going to be, can they sustain some long drives and keep that Baldwinsville offense off the field if they can?
Yeah, I think, like you said, that's the key. I mean, you want to take as much time on the field, especially starting with the ball. I mean, it'd be good to take the ball down the field for a long drive, punch one in, or maybe even get a field goal to give you a little bit of advantage to start the game.
Rome Free Academy will play next Friday night. They'll play at Henniger at 6:30. This will be their first away game. This is Baldwinsville's first game, so we'll see if they're a little rusty to start. So RFA gets set for the kick return, the traditional 5-2-2-2. They'll have 2 back deep. Number 3, LeBron Bowman is back deep for Rome. And number 15 for Rome, Carson Patnode, stands back at about the 5-yard line. Now, last week against New Hartford had a really good kicker. He kicked it out of the end zone. So this week it looks like RFA is going to start with their heels back on the 5-yard line. Always easier to come up than go back. So we'll see.
Griffin Killian set to kick off for the Bees.
Griffin Killian set back to kick it here for
Carson
Baldwinsville.
Patno deep for the Black Knights.
Ball placed at the 40-yard line. Griffin Killian set to kick it off, and we're just about underway here from Tom Holt Field. Kick is a good up over end kick here. Bowman's going to field it at about the 10. Bowman's going to be right at about the 22-yard line.
Kickoff return by LeBron Bowman out to the 23-yard line. First and 10 for the Black Knights.
So we'll see the Rome offense. They like to work fast. They don't huddle. Evan Carlson will call signals tonight for Rome. Traditionally, they're normally in the shotgun to start, so we'll see. Baldwinsville usually plays a traditional 4-3, 4-4 defense.
Should be interested to see what Rome shows here early.
Evan Carlson Stevenson at quarterback for the Black Knights.
So Baldwinsville's in a 4-3. Carlson's in the shotgun. He's got Lawless and Bowman. Slot left formation. It's an inside handoff. It's going to be for about 3.
Salvatore Martelli, the ball carrier.
So that's Sal Martelli for a pickup of about 3. We'll call it 2nd and 7 for Rome Free Academy. It's Salvatore Martelli in the backfield. Evan Carlson in the shotgun. Rome comes out with a trips formation to the wide side.
Coach.
Carlson looking to throw bubble screen out to Martelli out of the backfield. Breaks one tackle, but he's wrestled down.
Complete to Bowman.
So nice quick throw there by Carlson. Just couldn't break it on the outside there.
So that brings up a 3rd down and
to
long.
the 26-yard line. 3rd and 7.
RFA comes out in a 2-by-2 set. They're moving left to right. It's Carlson in the shotgun. Carlson's back to throw. He sets. Quick screen out wide. The screen was to Jack Lawless.
Those Baldwinsville defenders are quick on the outside to get there. Not giving them much
Brought
chance to
down
get
by
anything once he catches the ball.
4th down for the Black Knights.
It was a quick screen, so RFA comes out. They'll go 3 and out, and the punt team set to come on. Looks like Jack Lawless will be the kicker. Receiving a number back deep for Baldwinsville is number 26, Caleb Paul. And number 29, looks like it's Aaron Clark back deep. Lawless gets a good punt back to go out of bounds at about the Baldwinsville 42-yard line.
Yeah, pretty good kick by Lawless, putting him at about the 40-yard line.
So out of bounds at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bees.
So we'll see the RFA defense last week was in a 3-3-5. Nick Wellman will be the quarterback for
Nico
Baldwinsville.
Wellman, the quarterback for the Bees.
So they come out in your traditional I formation, power to the right. Wellman under center. Wellman's going to turn around and hand it off.
Brandon Levin, the ball carrier, gain of 2.
That's going to be Levin, the ball carrier, for a gain of 2 for Baldwinsville.
Good to see the old I formation there.
The stop.
Yeah, Baldwinsville's been a traditional I formation for a long time under Coach Filippo, but they're usually really big up front, and that's what they are here.
Yep.
So it's going to be power football most of the night. So it's Wellman back under center, traditional I formation. Levin's the tailback. They go inside dive to the fullback, and the fullback number 42, that's Nick Foster, and it looks like he wrestled his way close to a first down.
The ball
He
carrier.
was able to slide through it after contact at the front of the line. Just kind of slid through, rolled around, and got a nice little
Elijah
yardage.
Louder. And Brandon Natali on the stop.
Brandon Natali on the stop. We'll give a special shout out to Brandon. That's my niece's boyfriend, so I got to make sure I give him a shout out tonight. He was in on the play. Baldwinsville on a handoff play. That's number 21 on the break. That's Brandon Levin, goes right through for the touchdown.
Brandon Levin.
All opened right up for him, and he just saw daylight and just ran right home.
Was an I formation, looked like an ISO play for Baldwinsville, which is an inside handoff. It was Levin on the inside ISO for a 46-yard touchdown. And just like that, Baldwinsville scores first. 6-0 Baldwinsville here. 8:55 left to go in the opening quarter. On the attempt, the extra point is Griffin Killian. The extra point is actually no good. It hit the crossbar.
Extra point, no good. Score remains Baldwinsville 6, RFA nothing.
Well, for Rome, they got their first look at Baldwinsville. Obviously, no surprise there that they're going to run the ball. They got
I always say when you got the size that Baldwinsville has, they're going to come at you north and south. It's just going to be a matter of, RFA up front, not big up front. They do have some beef up front, but traditionally when you have a team that's as big as Baldwinsville and you're undersized, a lot of stunting, a lot of blitzing, you got to move kids around. So we'll see if RFA moves some guys around here throughout the game. But they trail here 6-0.
I know over the course of the game, if that's the running back and that's the style they're going to play, that's going to wear down Rome. So they're going to have to find ways to stop these big runs and get them off the field.
So back deep for Rome here is number 15, Carson Patnode, and number 3, LeBron Bowman, back deep for Rome. They stand at about the 10-yard line. Killian will do the kicking here. Ball placed on the 40-yard line. And this is one of the starts that we talked about earlier here in the pregame is you have to try to sustain some drives. You can't go 3 and out. So RFA fields it at the 20-yard line. They'll get it across the 30-yard line.
Del Martelli on the kickoff return.
It was Martelli on a short kick by Baldwinsville. So RFA is going to get possession here at their own 32-yard line.
Let's say a little bit of a shorter kick gives them a little better field possession than they did last time.
32-yard line.
This is the type of drive that Rome's going to need to take some time off the clock, move the ball.
And a lot of times, too, when they run a lot of bubble screens, it's really like a run play.
Sure.
Just try to get their athletes the ball out in space. So we'll see Evan Carlson in the shotgun here for Rome. Salvatore Martelli's in the backfield. It's a 2x2 set for Rome Free Academy. Baldwinsville in a 4-3. It's going to be an inside handoff. That's Martelli, who looks like he gets wrestled right back to the line of scrimmage.
And no room there to run.
No running there up front.
On that play, a lot of the Baldwinsville players were, push the line back before they even handed that ball off. So really,
Matt Greenwich, number 75 for Baldwinsville, 295 pounds, right over center.
big boy.
Carlson back in the shotgun. It's a 2x2 set again. Got a flag on the play. It looks like it's going to be a procedure start against Rome. It looked like it was a false start on the wide receiver. The pass is incomplete, so it should be a 5-yard procedure penalty against Rome. It should move them back.
As you mentioned earlier, one of the keys of the game for you is not picking up too many penalties during this game, because that's only going to hurt you more.
Sideline warning against the
No, and it's not. It's going to be a sideline warning against Baldwinsville.
I think that's why you saw Carlson throw it up, because he recognized that.
So we'll redo it here. It'll be
3rd and 10.
3rd down and 10. So Evan Carlson will come right back in the shotgun. It's a 2x2 set. Baldwinsville in their traditional 4-3 defense. Corners are back about 5 yards, which they're giving away the underneath stuff. So we'll see what Carlson does here. He's back to throw. Carlson winds. Carlson broken up. Looked like it was intended for Jack Lawless.
Lawless incomplete. 4th and 10.
It was intended for Lawless. Broken up.
That was number 5, Trevor Valenti, who broke that up for the Bees. And that pass was right on the money by Carlson.
So that'll bring out the RFA punt team. So RFA again goes 3 and out. So Jack Lawless does the punting. Back deep for Baldwinsville. Number 26, Caleb Paul back deep. Lawless will stand on his own 15-yard line. It's a good snap. Kick is underway, and it's a good kick. It's fair caught. So Baldwinsville will take over on their own 40-yard line.
Pretty consistent on the kicks for Lawless. Both kicks were around the 40-yard mark.
So if you're just tuning in, this will be the second possession for Baldwinsville. They had the first possession of the game. Run play, I formation, ISO play, and they took it for an opening score. Caleb Paul scored the opening touchdown. So this is the second possession of the ball game. Wellman will be under center, traditional I formation for Baldwinsville. Baldwinsville on a toss left. He can get to break a couple tackles. He's over across midfield for a first down.
Brandon Levin, the ball carrier.
It was Levin, the ball carrier.
Ronaldo De Castro.
Yeah, Levin had a lot of room there to run on that left side.
De Castro for Rome brought him down. Baldwinsville's going right to left. Paul and Brandon Levin will be the two backs for Baldwinsville tonight. Again, we talked about it earlier. It's nothing fancy. It's going to be off tackle right, off tackle left.
I was just going to say this:
toss right, toss left, maybe a play action pass.
They went left a couple times, they went right a couple times, and they went right down the middle.
I do want to make sure. I think I'll go throughout the night all the sponsors that were kind enough to jump up and sponsor tonight's ball game. Thanks to D&D Carpets and Nazi Adolphi. Thanks to Salvatore Bonanza and the Neeling Group. Anthony Mariani of Rome Pre-Owned Auto. Larry Passo of LCS Janitorial Services. John Miller and Rich Ferrucci at the Palisades. And the list goes on. I'll read them throughout the night. But it's nice to see the
First
Romans
down
step
run
up.
for 11. 1st and 10 for the Bees at the RFA 48.
I know it's still early in this ball game, but RFA doesn't want to give up another touchdown this early.
7:55 to go, opening quarter. Baldwinsville on the move at RFA's 48-yard line. It's Wellman under center, I formation. They hand it to Levin again to go straight ahead for about 5.
Levin, the ball carrier. Brandon Gillette.
Brandon
And
Gillette
Brandon Natale
on the stop along
Gain
with
of 3,
Brandon
second
Natale.
and 7.
Brandon's been in on a couple of the tackles here early on.
Game plan for Baldwinsville is pretty simple. We're going to run, try stopping us.
So Wellman under center again, I formation for Baldwinsville. RFA creeping up at the line of scrimmage. They almost have 8 guys in that box. And Baldwinsville breaks, and there's a late flag.
To Nicholas Foster.
It was the fullback Foster straight ahead, but there's a flag on the play. I see the official signaling a holding call, so that might be coming back.
Back him up a bit.
That should negate the first down run by Foster. Nope, it's going to be a
Big
face
fast
mask.
penalty against the Black Knights.
Looks like it's going to be a 5-yard face mask against Rome. So tack on 5 more. That's going to move the sticks.
I think you're 0 for 2 on the call so far, Coach.
It's a good thing we don't have replay up here.
Right? First and 10 at the 33.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the Rome Free Academy 33-yard line here with 7 minutes to go in the opening quarter. It's Wellman under center for Baldwinsville. I formation right, toss left to Levine. He's going to break a couple tackles for about 6.
11 on the carry.
Runs outside, then jumps back into the inside. So we haven't seen a pass yet.
I don't think you're going to see many. You might see a play action pass eventually to try to catch Rome sleeping. Rome traditionally has been in a 3-3-5 defense. I've seen 6 or 7 at the line of scrimmage.
You really got to stack up the line of scrimmage when they're running the ball every play.
So it's a slot right formation. It's Levin again. The handoff. He takes it off tackle. And Levin's going to break this one through.
For the female touchdown.
So it's a slot right formation. It was an off tackle to Levin. Levin breaks it for a touchdown. And just like that, 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns for Baldwinsville.
And similar run to the first one. Last time they ran to the left side inside, and this time they ran to the right.
25-yard touchdown run for number 25, Brandon Levin. So Baldwinsville will line up for the 2-point conversion. Wellman's under center. They're going to go off tackle again. And it looks like I didn't see a signal yet. I think he's short.
They got the stop.
I think they held him short. No signal. They didn't get it. 6:23 left in the opening quarter. Baldwinsville leads 12-0 here from Tom Hope Field.
12, RFA nothing.
So both point after attempts no good tonight for the Bees, but everything else is running pretty smoothly so far.
If you're tuning in tonight for the first time here on Facebook and YouTube on social media, you can put comments in. If you got any questions for Pete and I, we'll be more than happy to interact. This is a lot different than being on the radio. It's a little bit more fun, Pete. We get to kind of interact with some of the Pete. Josh Roy says, cool stuff. Thanks for doing it. My brother-in-law's on. Sounds great. So thanks, Mike.
So Brian's on. He likes the hat.
He likes the hat. What do you got on there?
I got
It's
the Believe 271 Bowl.
Yep.
That was last 2 weeks ago or last weekend, I think it was.
Ms. Cole's on as well. Thanks for checking us out.
And I think this is our first football call for us. We've done basketball in the past. I don't think we've done baseball yet, have we?
We will be doing some Rome Free Academy basketball games. We'll do some more Rome Free Academy football games. This was by high demand. So Baldwinsville lined up for the kick. They're going to blow this thing short. It looked like they were going onside kick, but the officials blew it dead before it started. I don't think they had it set.
No.
So we'll re-kick it. So back deep for Rome Free Academy is number 15, Carson Patnode, and number 3, LeBron Bowman. I don't know if that was intentional, Pete, or not, but Baldwinsville was coming with an onside kick.
It looked like an onside
5-yard
kick.
penalty against the Bees.
I know one thing. If anybody's actually listening to us from the stadium, I could use a nice cold Gatorade or a nice cold beverage up here. And Pete would too.
I came prepared a little bit.
I didn't. I was so nervous to start up. I panic. when it comes time. I'm usually not a good technical guy, but it looks like we're in good
Now
shape.
looks like we're up and running.
It's a beautiful night for football.
So you should be used to the
Beautiful night.
technical issues with our radio show.
So it is an onside kick here. RFA bobbles it around. Looks like it was picked up by Rome Free Academy. Looks like it was Dakota Knapp.
Dakota Knapp returns the kick.
Finally got a handle on that, but looks like at first it was a little shaky.
So RFA is in desperate need of a drive here. They cannot afford to give Baldwinsville another possession here. It's been 2 possessions for Baldwinsville. Run.
And there's still
it's been
6:20
2
on
touchdowns.
the clock, which is really
First and 10 for
Really
the Black
tough.
Knights, just short of the 34-yard line, mark it to 33.
So it's Carlson in the shotgun. He'll be traditional shotgun most of the night. It's a quick snap throw out to number 4. That's Fernandez. It's completed. It's going to be for a first down.
To Ricky Fernandez.
nice job by Carlson by getting that ball out quickly. Fernandez was looking for a block on that right side. Didn't get it, but it still got the first down.
And I look to see more of that because these Baldwinsville corners are playing 5-6 yards off the ball. And I think it should be a quick pitch and catch for Carlson and these wide receivers. Late in the game, if you can complete these passes and move these corners up for Baldwinsville, you might be able to take a shot deep here at some point.
Right now, you take what they give you.
So it'll be Carlson back in the shotgun. It's a trips formation. 3 wide receivers left to right here for home. It's going to be an inside handoff. That's an inside handoff. It's a 5-yard, but there's a penalty on the play. It was Martelli.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play. And we'll see if they got him on a face mask or if this one's coming back. This might negate the 5-yard play. It was Martelli on a zone play, and it is going to come back holding Rome Free
Holding
Academy.
against the Black Knights.
Unfortunately, it was a nice run there by Martelli. Good speed.
I
These are the kind
appreciate
of
that,
things
Devin.
These are the kind of things. These flags are is what you talked about earlier. Really trying to avoid these things because it's going to be difficult for Rome to battle Beeville and battle flags as well.
Penalties will hurt us. Now instead of second down and short, it's now 1st and 20 on the holding call. So it'll be a 2-by-2 set. Fernandez and Jack Lawless here to the near side. Carlson will operate from the shotgun with Martelli in the backfield. It's another quick out here. It's complete to Fernandez. That's Ricky Fernandez.
Pass is complete to Ricky Fernandez.
And you can see those short underneath passes really is what's going to help move the ball for Rome.
So that's a complete here to the near side, to the Baldwinsville side. And that's going to bring up second down in about 15. 2-by-2 set again. Carlson in the shotgun. Serafia Norris to the near side here with Jack Lawless. Carlson in the shotgun. He's back to throw. Carlson's throwing the ball deep down the field. It is incomplete. Intended for LeBron Bowman.
Intended for Bowman, incomplete.
That was a good pass,
Third
just
and
short.
15.
Just a tad short. It hung up in the air just a tad too long.
Looked like the defender got crossed a little bit and gave him that one opportunity, but just a tad bit short.
Bowman had a shot at it. So this will be a big third down here for Rome Free Academy as they trail early on here, 12-0 opening quarter.
Yeah, this is almost a must-have here for Rome.
So it's Bowman, Fernandez, and Lawless up top in the trips formation. Carlson in the shotgun. Carlson's going to roll left. Carlson's going to shovel pass it to Martelli. But Martelli is going to be rustled down after about a 5-yard
Short pass
pickup.
complete to Martelli.
So 3rd and 15, the Rome was looking for something there, hoping that something would open up there.
43-yard line. 4th and 12.
So that's going to bring up 4th down and long. Jack Lawless will come on and do the punting. He just gets it off, and it looks like this one was shanked out of bounds. Lawless has got to be careful because he took his
Lawless
helmet off.
punt goes out of bounds
Walking off the field, you got to be careful.
at the 45-yard line. First and 10
So
for the
the
Bees.
officials marked this at the 45-yard line, so Baldwinsville will get a start. So they get good field position.
RFA
It
again
looks
with
like I
black.
see Greg Marinelli in at quarterback, number 2. It's an I formation. They hand it off tackle. Good play there by number 3, LeBron Bowman. So Bowman came in on it. Carson Patno was in on it. There's a penalty on the play.
Patno bring down the ball carrier.
Brandon
They'll bring down the
Natali
play.
with a big play in the backfield. Brandon did a nice job of staying low. Got across.
That's the kind of push you need in the backfield to stop these guys. But it looks like there's a flag on the play, so we'll see.
Natali got good penetration.
Personal foul against the Bees.
So it's going to be a personal foul after the play on Baldwinsville. So that's going to move him back 15 yards. That is a penalty killer for Baldwinsville.
Yep. So prime opportunity for Rome to get a stop here and keep him back.
Little extracurricular activities after the play. That'll back him up 15. Baldwinsville had a quarterback change. It's not Nick Wellman in there right now. Number 2, Greg Marinelli, the junior quarterback, is in there at quarterback. Brandon Levin and Caleb Paul in the backfield for Baldwinsville. So the officials are going to mark this back 15. My brother-in-law is joking, saying it must have been the coaching that my dad and I gave Brandon. We told him last week at my parents' house, against big guys, you got to stay low. You can't stand straight up. He's been in the backfield a few times, Mike.
15-yard penalty, 2nd and 25.
It's tough coming from a football family, man.
It is. Shotgun formation for Baldwinsville. Marinelli at quarterback. Caleb Love, they go quarterback ISO. It's Marinelli's going to break one. Marinelli broke another one. Marinelli to the 30. 20, will they catch him? Touchdown run for Greg Marinelli, number 2 for Baldwinsville.
Wow, that makes the Bees coach look pretty good,
Greg
huh?
Marinelli. Touchdown run for the Bees.
He tucked that ball, it was untouched.
70 yards on the run.
70-yard run for Marinelli. They were in the shotgun. It looked like a quarterback sweep, quarterback ISO. He had Caleb Paul, the lead blocker, in front of him. And Marinelli did the rest.
Yeah, he got to the outside quick and turned the corner, and that was it.
So Baldwinsville is going to line up for 2. It's still Marinelli under center, I formation for Baldwinsville. They go off tackle play. It looks like they're going to get him close to the goal line. I didn't see a signal yet. They did. They got it.
2-point conversion run is good.
So the
3:43
2-point conversion
left for
is
quarter.
good.
Baldwinsville leads 20-0.
That week off for Baldwinsville doesn't seem to be affecting them here.
3:43 to go here in the opening quarter. It's been 3 possessions for Baldwinsville, 3 touchdown runs for Baldwinsville. They lead RFA 20-0. So at this point, again, as we say, RFA's got to find a way to move the sticks.
Yep.
They got to sustain a couple long drives to keep Baldwinsville off the field. We knew Baldwinsville was going to be a run-heavy team. They're big up front. They play that traditional north-south power run game, and they are big up front.
Yep, they're getting a big jump on the guys moving them and opening those lanes, and those guys are just running right through it. But you got to give credit to the Rome kids. I mean, they keep getting back out there. I mean, it's tough when you got bigger kids in front of you. There's only so much you can do.
So Baldwinsville will be set to kick here. Back deep for Rome is going to be Patnode. Then also, and Baldwinsville is going to scribble.
That's recovered by number 13, Dijon.
Austin Dijon recovered it. Baldwinsville wins squib kick. Not sure if that's planned or not. It's the first opening kick of the game. Baldwinsville had a pretty decent kick down inside the 20-yard line. So
At their own 46.
I think he was looking to put it down the middle of the field, but didn't get a good kick on it and scooped it right into the guy standing in front of him.
here comes the Rome Free Academy offense. Evan Carlson will come out. Shotgun. He's got Martelli to the right. It's a 2-by-2 set for Rome Free Academy. 2 receivers to each side. Looks like they might get a delay of game here. The clock went to 0. Let's see if they got a timeout. I don't think they did.
No,
It's going to be a delay of game against Rome Free Academy.
5-yard penalty, delay of game against RFA.
So that'll back up Rome 5 more.
Just making it more difficult. That's a tough way to start a drive.
Carlson in the shotgun. Carlson, quick pass out in the flat. It's complete. And he got about 10 on that one. So he got back to about the original line of
Pass
scrimmage.
complete to Lawless.
Jack Lawless on the reception.
And like you said, that's what they're giving them all game. That's what you got to take. And what you're seeing for Beeville, too, you're seeing a lot of changing of the players are adjusting on the line constantly right before the play. So a lot of talking and movement on the line.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 8. Carlson in the shotgun. 2-by-2 set, Rome Free Academy. Carlson in the shotgun. He's looking back to throw.
Flag
He
on the
releases.
play.
There's a flag on the play. It's caught by Jack Lawless.
Nice catch by
Pass
Lawless.
is complete to Lawless.
I
There's
think
a flag on the play.
it's a procedure call. It looked like one of the wide receivers down here to the near side moved early for Rome Free Academy.
Unfortunately,
So
nice
I think
play.
it's going to come back.
And nice catch by Lawless. Good throw by the quarterback.
Carlson
Hopefully-
stepped up in the pocket and made a great throw to Lawless downfield. It is. It's a procedure call against Rome.
Unfortunate there for Rome because that was a little bit of a
5-yard
momentum change for
penalty
him there.
against the Black Knights. Will nullify the play and
This-
move the ball back to the 43.
The slot receiver was set on the line of scrimmage and moved at the last minute, which is a procedure call. Got to be set before the ball is snapped. So instead of a first down in Baldwinsville territory, it's now they're marking it back. It will be a 2nd and long for Rome Free Academy. They move it back 5. So we'll call it 2nd and about 12.
Yeah, you hate to see that because that was a nice play negated. Hopefully Carlson can do it again here.
So it's Carlson in the shotgun, 2-by-2 formation for Rome Free Academy. They go play action pass. They throw it out to Fernandez, and Fernandez fights across midfield.
Pass is complete to
He's in the
Ricky
Baldwinsville
Fernandez.
territory. It was complete to Ricky Fernandez. We'll call it a
Brings the ball
3rd
to
down.
the
about 4.
48-yard line.
Fernandez is one of the targets that is being hit quite often in this game already.
Austin Dijon to the near side. They go direct snap. They go direct snap to number 3. That's LeBron Bowman to the near side. He's going to be right near the first down marker. We'll see where they spot it.
LeBron Bowman, and there's a flag on the play.
There's a flag on the play. It looked like Rome Free Academy had the first
Looks like he
down,
might have gotten it.
but we'll see what the penalty is. It came in late,
He got to the sideline.
so
He
we'll
jumped
see what
forward
the
over
official says.
the marker.
The official is going to say personal foul
Personal foul
against
the
Baldwinsville.
Bees.
That's a big penalty against Baldwinsville. That's a 15-yard penalty. So that's going to put RFA deep in the Baldwinsville territory here in the opening quarter. This is a good drive for Rome here.
Yep. We're starting to see them move the ball a little bit with the passing game.
1st and 10 for
Picking up the
RFA
key
at
first down.
the Beeville 29.
So Rome Free Academy will have it first down at the Baldwinsville 29-yard line. Norris and Ricky Fernandez here to the near side. It's Carlson in the shotgun. Lawless one-on-one to the top. Carlson's going to roll right. He throws it. Incomplete. Intended for Ricky Fernandez.
And Carlson was waiting for Fernandez to open up, but they never did.
So Carlson was rolling to the near side here to the right. Intended for Fernandez. But Carlson ran out of room here on the sideline, and it goes incomplete. 2:20 left to go in the opening quarter. Baldwinsville leads Rome 20-0. Carlson in the shotgun. Fernandez and Norris to the near side. Jack Lawless to the wide side. They go inside handoff. Carlson lost it on the exchange.
Loose ball recovered by RFA.
And Rome Free Academy recovered it. That's something you don't like to see, but when you're in that shotgun, stuff like that on that mesh play, it could happen. So it'll be 3rd and long for Rome Free Academy on the Baldwinsville 30-yard line.
Certainly something that Rome can't afford to do is give up the ball now on this drive late in this first quarter.
Back to Carlson here in the shotgun. The defensive back's playing at least 10 yards off the ball, so we'll see if they attack that to the flats. Carlson's going to step up the throw. He throws in the traffic, and it was almost intercepted. 2 Baldwinsville defenders ran into each other. One of them had it, but they ran into each other. So the pass falls incomplete.
I think that was Trevor Valenti who might have knocked that down, or Joseph Warner.
So it'll be 4th down for Rome Free Academy at the Baldwinsville 30-yard line.
You can't blame Rome for taking a shot at the end zone.
So your Baldwinsville defenders right now, the 4 secondary guys, are playing about 10 yards back, so they're going to give that underneath up. We'll see if Rome Free Academy attacks it. But it'll be Carlson in the gun, and it looks like we're going to have a timeout on the field. Timeout, Rome Free Academy.
Timeout, RFA.
All right.
I want to thank John Miller and Rich Ferrucci of the Palisades, Terry Denton at Rome Signs, Kristen and Tim Saffin at 3M's Property Maintenance and Cleaning, Mike Matthews at Matthews Auto, Concetta Griffo at Gigi's Hair Designs, Iris Bukowski, the Birch Wealth Management Team, Jason Yeagers at Big J's Pizzeria, Tommy Hawkins at Hawkins and Hurlbut Sanitation, John Lavala, the Carfather Auto Detailing, Nazy Adolfi at D&D Carpets, Salvatore Bonanza at the Kneeling Group, Anthony Mariani, Rome Pre-Owned Auto and Sales, Larry Passel at LCS Janitorial Services for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. I will let everybody know the next game we could do. We will be doing a couple more Rome Free Academy football games, and then we will be broadcasting some Rome Free Academy basketball in the wintertime.
It'll be fun. See, Mike is making fun of my hat. He doesn't like how I'm wearing it.
Says you got to break that bill in.
Listen, all the kids wearing straight. That'll be cool.
So it's 4th and 11 for RFA at the Baldwinsville 30. Baldwinsville again, 4-3 defense. The 4 secondary guys are about 10 yards back. They're going to give up the underneath. Here's a trick play. It's a reverse for Lawless. Lawless going to throw the football. The ball is rustled away. And it is incomplete.
For a second, looked like he picked it off, and he dropped it last minute.
From Lawless, intended for Fernandez.
So RFA tried some trickery.
In the end zone.
Oh, he did intercept it then.
He intercepted it in the end zone.
For the Bees.
So that'll bring it out to the Baldwinsville 20-yard line. So RFA tried some trickery out of the shotgun. They gave it to Jack Lawless coming around the end. Lawless attempted to pass it. It was picked off in the end zone. So really it's like a punt. So Baldwinsville will get it at the 20-yard line. So Baldwinsville will get it at the I formation here at the 30-yard line. Baldwinsville play action pass. The pass is complete. And it's complete to about the 38-yard line. Foster complete. Foster was out of the backfield, so it was a play action pass out of the backfield.
It's the first of the game. Unexpected
Gain of
from Rome.
17, first and 10.
It was Marinelli at quarterback. Remember, Marinelli on the last drive scored on a quarterback keeper out of the shotgun.
Well, we all step up big and come up big here in the last minute of this quarter.
1 minute to go here in the opening quarter. Marinelli under center for Baldwinsville. I formation, strong side to the near side. They go off tackle left. It's Levine. Levine crosses over the 40-yard line, keeps fighting. He's down to about the 46-yard line.
Another good carry for Baldwinsville.
Lead
He caught that inside, almost broke it.
Gain of 9.
So it's a gain of 9. We'll call it second and 1 with about 36 seconds left to go here in the opening quarter. Baldwinsville leads Rome 20-0.
Seems like every time Baldwinsville is touching the ball, they're getting 5+ yards every time.
So it's Marinelli under center for Baldwinsville. I formation. They go inside handoff to the fullback, and the fullback's going to rustle ahead. I think it's Nick Foster. Is it 42 on there? Nope. Looks like it was number 34, Dylan Garcia on the carry.
At the 37-yard line.
So that should do it for the opening quarter. We'll see if Coach Filippo intends to let this thing run out. The officials are going to wind this thing. We'll see if they snap this. I would expect they don't snap it and they run the clock out. Nope, they're going to run a play. It's going to be a toss right. It's going to be a toss play to the top side by Anthony Noda, and he's wrestled for a loss. He was wrestled for a loss in the backfield.
Yeah, he was right there, met him head on. Good tackle. Those are the kind of victories that you want to see from Rome.
Skipper brings down the ball carrier. Anthony Noda for a loss, and that was the last play of the first quarter.
So a tough first quarter for Rome. Kind of what you expected from Beeville. Just run the ball down their throats, and really haven't had an answer for it yet for Rome.
Now, I think Rome knew coming in the style of play that Baldwinsville was going to do.
Sure.
It was just going to be a matter of if RFA up front can hang for 4 quarters against that physicality of Baldwinsville. Big up front, traditional I formation, power right, power left, sneaking a fullback every now and then.
Yeah,
Coach
no
Filippo's
surprise.
been there a long time, and he has not changed up much. RFA had some success on the last drive, a lot of underneath throws by Carlson.
Yep.
As the Beeville secondary was playing off the ball a little bit, they gave up the underneath throws. A couple penalties late down on that drive. RFA had it inside the 30-yard line on that last drive. They had the penalty that brought them back and negated a first down play.
I think
And it was a turnover.
That's the key. If you're throwing underneath until they take it away, it'll give you an opportunity to maybe put a couple of points on the board. And then who knows? You get a couple stops, right back in the game.
So it's Marinelli at quarterback for Baldwinsville. It's a traditional I formation. Trevor Valenti is the lone setback here in the I formation. Marinelli's going to turn. Marinelli on the inside handoff. He's wrestled down. That's Anthony Noda wrestled down for a loss.
Ronaldo De Castro
Brought down by De Castro.
and Zachary Ronstadt bring down the ball carrier. A loss back to the 39-yard line.
Great stop there by Rome. Those are the kind of things you want to see.
Third
Also,
and
yards.
18.
Gifford, Natali, De Castro. They've got some penetration in there. One thing when you're undermanned and you're playing on that defensive front, if you can stay low and try to shoot some gaps, slanting and stunting inside, you got a chance to get in the backfield. Tight splits for Baldwinsville, though. They're not going to let you get inside too often. I formation, slot formation. It's going to be a rollout left. Quarterback's going to set and pull up. He's got one-on-one coverage. Pass is complete to the Rome Free Academy 25-yard line.
Mitchell Burlingame. First
Big play there
down
by
for the
Baldwinsville.
Bees.
He aired that ball up.
At
Give
the
him enough time to
RFA,
catch it. He went up and grabbed it.
27.
So Marinelli rolled to his left, planted his foot, threw it downfield, and complete to the RFA 28-yard line. So Marinelli under center for Baldwinsville. Marinelli's going to hand it off tackle. It's an off tackle run. It looks like it's going to be number 9, Anthony Noda. And Noda gets through. And it's a touchdown run for Noda, which now makes the score Baldwinsville 26, Rome Free Academy nothing.
Noda went untouched there, just right up the middle to the left side a little bit. A lot of credit to those offensive linemen. They're creating big holes up front for these guys to run through.
So it looks like Baldwinsville's going to line up for the 2-point conversion. Marinelli's still in there at quarterback. Noda's the one set back in the I formation. So Marinelli on the inside handoff, and the 2-point conversion is good.
2-point conversion run is good.
So the 2-point conversion is good. Baldwinsville now leads 28-0.
Makes it 28-0.
10:48 to go until halftime.
So for Rome, you just got to hope that they can get a drive going here. Stay on the field. Keep Baldwinsville off the field as much as you can. Like you said, so far the first 2 quarters, it's been all Baldwinsville on the field, putting up touchdowns.
Well, last week against New Hartford got up to a big lead against Rome. Rome came all the way back. At one point last week, I think it was late in the third quarter, it was 31-26. So Rome came all the way back.
Well, that's just it. You know, these teams, you never know. They start getting into the second half. They got a big lead. Who knows how they'll come on at halftime? I can tell you, Rome's not going to give up. They're going to keep fighting.
So Baldwinsville will be set to kick it. They've kicked 2 short kicks the last few. They're going to do it again. They squib it right down the middle. It's going to be fielded by Rome. They'll start at the Baldwinsville 30-yard line.
So hopefully for Rome, another drive like the last one, they can move the ball a little bit down the field. Get the ball deep a couple times if you can. But like you said, throw it underneath until they don't get that to you anymore.
Their own 31-yard line.
I think you go right back to where they left off the last drive. I think they throw the ball out here in the flats and screens. Some quick hitters. Now you see the Baldwinsville corners are moving up just a little bit. They're only about 4 yards off the line of scrimmage. So it's Carlson on his own handoff play. And that's Martelli. So Martelli gets about 4 on the play.
Martelli,
Nice
the black knight ball carrier.
So that's Sal Martelli with a gain of about 4. We'll call it 2nd and 6. We'll see if they run that game clock down a little bit. See if they snap the ball. You do not want to give it back to Baldwinsville here before halftime. So if they can put together a little bit of a drive here, they can chew up some of the clock. So it's Carlson back in the shotgun, 2-by-2 set. Carlson's going to hand it off again to Martelli. And Martelli's going to be met at the line of scrimmage.
Martelli get the ball
Nothing there that time.
So he's right back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
He was met by that big defensive front for
3rd
Baldwinsville.
and 7.
Big third down play here for RFA. Just said,
Paschal
keep this clock
Lucas
moving.
Houghton for Baldwinsville. in on the play. It's a big defensive front for Baldwinsville. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 7. Carlson in the shotgun. He's got Martelli to the left. Jack Law is down here to the near side. 2-by-2 set. They're going to motion Martelli out, but that's a procedure call. That should be a 5-yard unless they call timeout. I didn't see it.
I didn't see a timeout either.
He can move, but the question is, I think he was already set. So this should be a 5-yard procedure call against Roman in this. So they'll back him up 5.
Illegal procedure, 5 yards against the Black Knights.
So these penalties inside their own
Penalties are tough,
territory.
especially when you got a 3rd down situation. Makes it only more difficult to pick up that 1st down.
So it'll be 3rd and long. Ricky Fernandez and Serafia Norris here down to the near side. Jack Lawless
they're coming
to the top. They go screenplay here, but Baldwinsville had it sniffed out, and Baldwinsville is going to wrestle them down at the line of scrimmage. So they might have picked up a couple.
Martelli.
That was a screenplay to the running back Martelli.
Yeah, Carlson and a guy in front of him right away. You got to get rid of it quick. They did a good job getting rid of it.
Short gain on the play. It's 4th and 11.
So he picked up a couple. So that's going to bring out the punt team, which sends back Jack Lawless back to punt. The long snapper is Nolan Andruski. So we'll give a shout out to Nolan. It's a good snap. Lawless to punt it. Gets a good end over end kick across midfield. A couple bounces. Baldwinsville's going to let it go. So they will field it and start at their own 35-yard line.
1st down for the Bees.
Yeah, good kick by Lawless. Again, Rome not taking much time off the clock and moving the ball down the field. Like you said, giving that ball back to Beeville before half. Not what they wanted to do.
So look like Baldwinsville went back to Wellman. So Marinelli's out.
Caleb Young picks up the loose ball.
It's a loss of 2. They look
Loss
like they
of 2 on
fumbled
the
it.
play. 2nd and 12.
So it is number 18, Nick Wellman, back in at quarterback. Marinelli's been the guy the last 2 or 3 drives for Baldwinsville. So Wellman's going to hand it off, and he's tripped up in the backfield. So he's tripped up back at the line of scrimmage. That's number 21, Brandon Levin, who was tripped up.
Tanner Hill covers the ball carrier.
He might have tripped
Loss
up on the turf
of
himself.
2, 3rd and
Not the only
14.
thing
So
stopping
that's
him
going to
tonight.
bring up 3rd down and long. So we'll see if RFA can get off the field here on 3rd and long.
This is key for RFA to stop here. You want to give him another opportunity here.
So it's a play action pass. Wellman on the play action pass. It's complete, but it's going to be well short of the 1st down. It was completed to number 34,
Pass is complete
Dylan Garcia.
to Dylan Garcia.
So the clock will stop at 6:48 until halftime, and it looks like the Rome Free Academy defense will get their 1st stop of the day. That's a
stop by
big
Rome.
stop.
Good stop by Rome. Now you got 6 minutes or so to try to put something together before halftime.
So back deep punting for Baldwinsville's number 85, Griffin Killian. And it looks like back deep for Rome is number 2, Serafia Norris. Killian gets a good punt. Good punt. They're going to let it roll. So Norris is going to let it roll all the way down to the Rome Free Academy 20-yard line.
Killian's punt down at the 20-yard line. Flag on the play.
There's a late flag on the play, so I didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't see it as well.
Looks like they threw it close to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a personal foul against Rome Free Academy. Offsetting penalties.
Personal fouls.
So it'll
First
be
and 10.
personal foul against Rome Free Academy and Baldwinsville. So a little offset. First down, Rome Free Academy. So, Pete, they get their first stop of the night.
Yep. That's and it's key. I think it comes at a good time where, like you mentioned before, you don't want them to put up another score before halftime. They get the ball back after the half. So this is kind of a chance for Rome maybe to go down the field, put something on the board, and then you go into the locker room maybe and talk about how you can get back into this thing.
Yeah, Natali, Gifford, Lucia, they got some penetration on that last series for Rome. So we'll see if Rome can do something here before halftime. 6.5 minutes to go. They're on their own 20-yard line. So it's Carlson in the gun. Motion and across is Fernandez. Carlson completes it. No, it's broken up, intended for Jack Lawless.
And Lawless got his hands on it, and then
It looks like there's a flag on the play. I don't know if they're going to call
it might be
a helmet to helmet.
For Lawless.
See if they call a personal foul for a helmet to helmet here. There's no targeting in high school football. You don't get thrown out
I
of
was
the
going to
game.
ask you, so what's the deal with
But I believe they're going to call a personal foul here. We'll see. Baldwinsville is going to call a timeout. We'll see.
Timeout, Baldwinsville.
The official, let's see what he calls. It's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct against Baldwinsville. So that's exactly what they call. So that's a 15-yard penalty. So that will be a first down for Rome. They're going to mark this off. So they motioned LeBron Bowman. They motioned him across the formation to free up Jack Lawless one-on-one. Lawless ran it inside slant. The pass was broken up, but it looked like the helmet to helmet, which is what they're going to call here. So that's going to be a 15-yard penalty, which will move the sticks for Rome.
And exactly what Rome needs right now.
I like the play call. I like the play call on that because by motioning him across, that took the defender inside. They freed up Jack Lawless on the outside. So I like that play call. It got Jack Lawless the ball a little bit in space. So like the play call there by Coach DeCola. The only thing that hurts is when you can't run the football.
Right, they know it's coming.
They know it's coming. They can move those DBs up a little bit in the formation.
Yep.
They were giving Rome the early 5-yard outs. The quick stuff, they've moved up a little bit.
Starting to close out a little bit now. Yep. Maybe this is where Rome puts one out. And
so it's Bowman and Fernandez here to the near side. Carlson will stay in the shotgun formation. Carlson's going to hand it off here. It looks like he's going to hand it off to Martelli. Fights for a couple yards.
moves his feet and keeps the pile moving.
Martelli, the ball carrier. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
It was Martelli, the ball carrier. He fought his way for a 2 yards. We'll call it 3. So it's 2nd down and 7. The clock continues to run. We're just about under 6 minutes here until halftime. Baldwinsville leads 28-0. So Carlson in the shotgun. Carlson turned quick, throw to the wide side. And it's complete to the wide side of the field.
To LeBron Bowman.
LeBron Bowman caught it in space, made a man miss. Moved the sticks.
Kind of caught him off guard with that quick pass.
Moved the sticks for Rome Free Academy. Just about at midfield. Bowman made the first man miss.
And these are exactly the type of drives that Rome needs. Take some time off the clock, move the ball up the field, and keep Baldwinsville off the field.
DeCastro's down here to the near side. They're going to throw a bubble screen to DeCastro. It is broken up, and DeCastro was hit hard. It's incomplete, intended for Ronaldo DeCastro on a wide receiver bubble screen.
Yeah, Baldwinsville almost saw that coming. They were trying to jump it.
So that bubble screen to Castro took a step upfield and then peeled back inside. And it was a quick screen. It went incomplete.
And you see some of the size of these linemen coming off the field for Baldwinsville. They're just made different out there.
So it's Fernandez. They'll bring Fernandez in tight. It's almost a double wing set for Rome. They go toss play here to the near side.
All right.
They toss it down here to the near side. That was LeBron Bowman.
LeBron Bowman, the ball carrier, knocked out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
So I like what Coach DeCola is doing to try to mix it up a little bit.
I was just going to say, it's a different look there with the two wings. It's almost like a Navy wing T formation. They motion it back out of the backfield. They went toss play, so they're trying to get some of the RFA speedsters, these skilled guys, the ball in space. So nice change of pace there by Coach DeCola. They come back here in the shotgun formation. It's going to be 3rd and 4 for Rome Free Academy. They go back to the flats, and that pass was intended for LeBron Bowman, falls incomplete. So decision time for Coach DeCola here with 4 minutes to go until halftime. Do you punt this down and put your defense back on the field, or the 4th and short, do you attempt here to get a first down and try to get something before halftime?
It's tough the way if they can't convert the way Ballsville is moving the ball, gives them good field advantage.
And it looks like RFA is going to stay on the field. So I think Coach DeCola just answered my question. They're going to go for it on 4th and 4. They're going to go back to a tight double formation, tight wing formation now. They go toss here. It's going to be a toss pass. They were going to toss pass it, throw back to the quarterback, and it is incomplete.
It seemed there was like a little bit of a mix-up there.
So it was a toss out of the double wing to Bowman. Bowman was going to throw it back to Carlson, and it falls incomplete.
For Carlson Stevenson, incomplete.
So Coach DeCola tried some trickery there on 4th and 4. Be interested to see if they go back to that formation here in the second half.
45-yard line.
I think it was something that just caught them off guard, something they didn't expect, they didn't see. So I think anytime you can mix it up, it's gonna help you.
So Nick Wellman for Baldwinsville will be in the shotgun formation. They hand it off to Love. And Love's going to rustle his way through for a first down. That's Caleb Love. And it's going to be first down Baldwinsville with 4.5 minutes to go until halftime.
He's taking 2 defenders with him.
Game 11, 1st and 10.
Well, Mike's saying interesting call on 4th and short. What would you have called? They went to this double wing set with the one back, Mike. And the last time they ran a toss out of it for a first down. So I'd be curious to see if Coach DeCola goes back to that formation late in the game here. Wellman that time turns around and hands it back to Love. Love's going to move the sticks. It looks like we're going to say about 2nd and 3. That was number 21, Brandon 11. We're almost at 3 minutes to go until halftime.
36.
Slot right formation for Baldwinsville. They go inside handoff to the fullback, and he's going to rustle his way for a first down. And it looks like we're going to get it to about the Rome Free Academy 33-yard line.
Our favorite, their backs to the wall here. They really got to come up with a stop here late in this second quarter.
So it's Love and 11 in the backfield for Baldwinsville. Mike's giving me an update. Camden Field Hockey's up 1-0 on VBS. That'd be a nice win for Camden. So we're going to have a timeout here at Baldwinsville. So Baldwinsville's going to try to get one more in before halftime.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to give a shout out here to our sponsors for tonight's broadcast here while we got some time. Thanks to Nazi Adolphi and D&D Carpets. Thanks to the Nealon Group and Salvatore Bonanza. Thanks to Anthony Mariani and Rome Pre-Owned Auto Sales. Thanks to Larry Passett of LCS Janitorial Services. John Miller and Rich Ferrucci at the Palisades. Terry Denton and Rome Signs. Kristen and Tim Saffin at 3M's Property Maintenance and Cleaning. Thanks to Mike Matthews at Matthews Auto. Concetta Greffo at Gigi's Hair Designs. Iris Bukowski at the Birch Wealth Management. Jason Jagers down at Big J's Pizzeria. Tommy Hawkins at Hawkins and Hurlbut Sanitation. And John Lavala, the Carfather Auto Detailing. That's the Baldwinsville tournament, is where Camden, my sister's team, is playing at up in Baldwinsville. They lead VVS 1-0.
Mike headed out to Baldwinsville as the Baldwinsville team came here, opposite way.
I would think Mike's probably listening to us at home.
Okay.
So it's going to be Wellman under center. Wellman's going to hand it off to Levine. And that is going to be Levin, the ball carrier, for about 3. We'll call it 2nd and 7. With about 2.5 minutes to go here until halftime.
These Bees consistently getting 3 to 5 yards on every run, if not more. Makes it tough for this defense.
So it's Wellman under center for Baldwinsville. Levin is the tailback in the I formation. Wellman's going to throw a quick hitter slant, and it was incomplete. The pass looked like it was intended.
Caleb Paul, incomplete.
Caleb Paul, the tailback that time, was split out to the wide side of the field. It was a play action pass, quick slant to the backside. Wellman's pass went just a little bit behind him and fell incomplete.
3rd and 7 from the 30.
We'll call it 3rd and 7 from the RFA 30-yard line.
A huge play here for Rome. They can hold them here.
11 in the I formation. It's a right formation. Wellman under center. Wellman's going to be a bootleg here to the near side. They got him tangled up in the backfield.
Got a face mask.
But it's going to be a face mask call. RFA had good penetration on the play, but it looks like we're going to have a face mask call. Looks like Zach Bronson was in the backfield, but it's going to be a face mask, which would be a 15-yard penalty. That's a big penalty right there for
He had him
him.
stopped in the backfield. I think it's an accidental face mask.
It was Zach Bronson who got the penetration that wrestled him down, but that's a big face mask penalty.
Rome can't seem to catch a break. That was a prime opportunity for a big stop.
It's nice on the broadcast. I appreciate that, Rich. Concetta Greffo, Gigi's Hair Design, Central New York, proud sponsor of tonight's broadcast. 315-571-4142. So we got first down for Baldwinsville at the Rome Free Academy 20. It's a toss play to the far side. It's Levin. Levin breaks a tackle, and he will be in for the Baldwinsville touchdown.
He had a lot of room on that side. Nobody there being able to catch up to him.
It was an I formation, toss to the left, and Brandon Levin scampers in for the touchdown run to make it 34-0 Baldwinsville here. 2 minutes left until halftime. Thanks, Rich, for posting that. I appreciate that, and I appreciate the sponsorship tonight for the broadcast. Got a lot of listeners on YouTube, which is awesome. We got a lot of listeners on Facebook, which is great. LinkedIn as well. So if you follow any of the social media platforms, you can catch us. The extra point is good. So Baldwinsville leads Rome 35-0 here. We're about 2 minutes left until halftime.
I know not much time here until half, but it'd be nice for Rome to be able to put up something right before half. Give them a little confidence going into halftime.
No, I don't know. We don't know if we want that. That's a little bright, isn't it? Good. Still a nice night, though, here at the stadium.
Beautiful.
Not a bad view for tonight's game. Right at midfield, up here in the press box, the voice of Rome Free Academy, Ray Tarkowski. Here at Tom Hoke Field.
Good crowd on here, too.
Yep. So Baldwinsville likes to kick this one deep. It's fielded by RFA at about the 5-yard line. So it looks like RFA is going to get it out to about the 16-yard line. My brother-in-law says, Pete, you look better with the light off. Mike always giving you the business.
He's got something to say, that Mike guy.
If you get a chance, you can catch us on WKAL 1450, 103.3 FM on Sundays from 9 to 11, the Mohawk Valley Sports Watch, with myself, Pete, RFA basketball coach Nick Medicis, and the stat man Eric Coleman.
It's quite the Sunday morning if you've never tuned in.
We'll be talking a lot of college football.
I might have to hit Gigi's hair salon. Look a little bit better, huh?
Tell her Rocky sent you. Maybe she'll give you a deal. We're almost at halftime here. Baldwinsville leads Rome 35-0. It has been the ground and pound of Beeville. RFA's had a couple good possessions where they've moved the ball.
Game 3, 2nd and 7.
So if anybody's down in the stands here, I can go for either a Mountain Dew, a Dr. Pepper,
Picky, aren't we?
a cold high noon. So RFA's going to scramble there. Carlson's going to come here to the near side. He's hit out of bounds. And that's a 15-yard personal foul.
Scramble by
So they get Carlson for a late hit out of bounds.
Stevenson.
That's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
Late hit against the Bees.
Mike says use some powder on that dome, Pete. Less glare.
Hey, can't all look beautiful, man. They can. Well, we always said we have a face for radio, right? And then you turn the camera on. I don't know what happened.
We definitely don't have that, do we? So a 15-yard penalty for a personal
15-yard
foul.
penalty brings the ball out to the 29-yard line, 1st and 10.
We got a minute 13 left until halftime. Sarafia, Norris here split to the near side. It's a trips formation to the right. They're going to send Maritelli in motion. They're going to get another procedure call. It's going to be a procedure call against Martelli in the backfield.
A lot of penalties.
This should back roll him up 5. And it is.
Really good procedure against the Black Knights, 5 yards.
So that'll back roll him up 5.
Yeah, I guarantee you this is something that gets written on the chalkboard for Rome when they get back into the practice field. Coach Cole are going to mention penalties.
One thing you do not want to do here is you do not want to turn this over inside your own territory and give Baldwinsville another opportunity.
Right. Plenty of time.
But they go trips formation. Martelli went in motion again. Carlson's pass is complete to Fernandez. That's Ricky Fernandez on the completion.
Pass is complete to Ricky Fernandez.
We're just under a minute to go until halftime. Baldwinsville leads Rome 35-0. The clock continues to run. We're about 40 seconds. Carlson in the shotgun. Carlson's going to be back to throw. Carlson steps up under pressure, and that one is incomplete, intended for LeBron Bowman.
Bowman was cutting across, but
They've been
Carlson
tight
overthrew him.
windows here in the first half when it's been downfield for Carlson. They have been tight windows most of the first half. 39 seconds left until halftime. 3rd and 6 for Rome Free Academy. Carlson in the shotgun. They motion Bowman to the near side. Carlson's going to scramble around. The pass is incomplete. It was intended for Fernandez. Carlson rolled to his left, and the pass fell incomplete to Fernandez, and that will bring up 4th down.
Fernandez comes up limping a little bit, but it looks like he'll be okay.
I would expect, with 35 seconds to go until halftime, that would bring Jack Lawless out to punt this thing away. And it looks like RFA is going to call a timeout. They will. I would think you punt the football here.
I would think, but
we'll see what Coach DeCola decides.
Timeout, RFA.
If you get a first down, you can more than likely run the first half out. If you do not get it, you give Baldwinsville the ball in pretty good field position.
right. I think you kick it away, and they're going to have a couple opportunities, but you rather give them that than give them good field position. Then again, when you're down, sometimes you got to do things a little differently. You got to mix it up a little bit. Do something that people are not going to expect.
So we'll see what Coach DeCola decides here on 4th down and about 6 from their own 39-yard line. What would you do?
I'd punt it. I think you have to. I mean, it's like you said, if you run the chance of not getting it, you're going to give them good field position. At least if you kick it, they got to work for it a little bit more.
Well, Baldwinsville's got their defense on the field. It looks like RFA's got their offense on. We'll see if Jack Lawless goes back deep to punt this. I do not see him going back. RFA's going to go for it. So 4th and 4, 4th and 6. So they're going to go quads formation, empty look for Rome Free Academy. It's just Carlson alone in the backfield. 5 wide receivers for Rome Free Academy.
This is an interesting look.
They're going to try to draw them off sides, and I believe they did. But I do not think that's going to be enough for a first down, Pete. It was 4th and 6.
Yeah.
So 5-yard penalty. Now it should be more manageable. We'll see if they mark it off, though. It's awfully
Close. It's
close.
short from here, but
From up here, I'm going to say he's inches short. So it's 4th down in inches. They'll stay in the quads formation. Empty set for Rome. We'll see if they motion anybody into the backfield. Are they going to move the sticks? They are going to move the sticks. So that's going to give Rome a new set of downs, it looks like. So that will give Rome a new set of downs. So they're going to mark that first down. So Carlson with an empty formation throws it out to Martelli, and it's complete. And Martelli, they're going to wind it and knock it out of bounds.
so for Baldwinsville, that's exactly what you didn't want to happen. You want someone to jump off sides and give them an opportunity.
Well, I think it's an interesting call because it was 4th and 6. They drew him offside, so it's a 5-yard penalty. But it looks like, by the way, they marked it and spotted the 5 yards. It was a first down. Caleb Wiggins says the score, it's 35-0 Baldwinsville here with just about 20 seconds to go until halftime.
So that 4th down play, that's one of those play calls where you make it, you look like a genius.
Immediately,
you don't make it, you get criticized.
In the first half, while the RFA Marching Black Knights are setting up, and I'll give you the 50-50 winning number.
So it's 2nd down in about 5. We'll see if RFA comes out with the empty set, 5 wides. That's what they came out the last 2 series here.
And giving them a different look is something that you maybe want to do.
So they have their 5 wide receivers, empty set, Carlson all alone in the shotgun formation. So he's back to throw. 5 wide. He steps. He plants. Complete for the first down. And it will stop the clock.
Pass is complete
The
to
pass was
Martelli.
complete to Sal Martelli. So the officials are going to say timeout on the field.
Reset the clock.
We'll see if they're going to reset the clock if they put any time on the field. It looks like the referee's coming towards the stands here.
17 seconds.
They're saying to put 17 seconds on the clock, so they're going to add another 5 seconds. So it's 17 seconds left until halftime. Rome's got it first down on the Baldwinsville 44-yard line.
Listen to me. I'll catch you. No, I got it.
Carlson's in a shotgun. He's going to roll right. Carlson's continuing the rolling. He throws it. It is intercepted, it looks like. Was he inbounds? He was.
He was, yeah.
The pass was intercepted. Carlson was rolling to his right. I thought he was going to run it. I thought he had a clear path to maybe run it and try to get out of bounds. He elected to throw it. And the pass was intercepted by number 33. Looks like Abdulaziz.
9.9 seconds left in the first
You got
half.
9 seconds left until halftime.
You think here they'll just
You would
run it out?
think Baldwinsville will turn
Or
around
do you think they're going to
and
go?
either take a knee. It looks like they're going to be victory formation. They're going to take a knee and get this thing to halftime. So they will take a knee, and that's where we
Please
land.
down the ball, the end of the first half, 35-0. The winning 50-50 number
Unfortunate for Rome, though, they had a little bit of a drive going.
333-061. 333-061. Got that number, bring it to the press box. $287 is waiting for you.
So the 50-50 here, just announced by Ray Tarkowski, $287.
Looks like the band's coming out.
Both teams will go into the locker room. What are your thoughts on the first half?
Well, I think Baldwinsville is doing exactly what they wanted to do with their game plan. And I think for Rome, I don't know if it's a surprise for them. I think they expected this. But I do think that they had some opportunities to get on the board, and they just couldn't do it. I think that's going to hurt them later on. I think they had some chances that they really need to convert. The penalties are killing them. But it's tough. I think they're going up against a big team.
Yeah,
It's difficult.
I don't think it's any surprise. I think that's exactly what we thought from the first half. Looks like the guy down here has got 50-50. Got to go down there. But as we said, Baldwinsville, that traditional power football, that I formation, they have been north-south, and RFA up front has not just been able to handle the physicality of Baldwinsville. RFA had some nice drives. They moved the ball early.
Please welcome to the field the RFA Marching Black Knights. Marching Black Knights will be traveling to Jordan Elbert tomorrow to start their competitive season.
So the RFA marching band is on the field, so we're going
Their
to
show
pause.
this year is entitled Tonight Broadway Went Dark.
I can turn that
It
camera.
will feature music from popular Broadway shows such as Wicked and Hamilton. Our 50-50 winner was Michelle Renman.
Don't worry, we're still back here live. We were just went mute for the band in halftime here. I needed a little bit of a break here. I had to get it, send Pags down. Right now, the score here at halftime, we're just getting set to start the third quarter. Baldwinsville leads 35-0 here against Rome. So I want to make sure I give a shout out to the sponsors once again tonight. I really appreciate it. Everybody was so kind. Thanks to Nazi Adolphi and D&D Carpets. Thanks to the Neelan Group and Salvatore Bonanza. Thanks to Anthony Mariani of Rome Pre-Owned Auto Sales. Larry Passa of LCS Janitorial Services. John Miller and Rich Ferrucci at the Palisades. Terry Denton and Rome Signs. Kristen and Tim Saffin at 3M's Property Maintenance and Cleaning. Mike Matthews of Matthews Auto. Concetta Griffo at GG's Hair Designs. Irish Bukowski at the Birch Wealth Management. Jason Yeagers at Big J's Pizza. Tommy Hawkins at Hawkins and Hurlbut Sanitation. John Lavala, the Car Father, Auto Detailing. I really appreciate everybody for sponsoring tonight's game. Boy, what service. You brought me a Gatorade?
Yeah, they're Slim Pickens had diet in there. I said, you know what?
Yeah,
it needs a little
I
more.
don't need a diet, do I?
This place needs an elevator. Whew. It's quite the walk up here.
I mean, kind of organic. I think so.
Well, we are
Coach, for Rome, what changes in the second half? What does Coach tell the kids in the locker room?
Well, I think if you're Coach DeCola, I think you say it's 0-0. You start a new half. You got to try. You're going to come out on defense because RFA won the opening toss, so they had the ball on offense. You got to try to get a stop first thing early in the third quarter to get your offense back out on the field. You know what Baldwinsville is going to do in the second half. The same thing they did in the first half. They're going to run the football. So you get a new stop. You make some plays and you try to get on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I think they really got to try to keep Baldwinsville off the field. I know you said that early on. It's one of the keys, but even more important now as you get to the second half.
We'll see who comes out at quarterback for Baldwinsville. Greg Marinelli came in for Nick Wellman. Marinelli had a couple long runs. One was for a touchdown. Wellman came in late in the second quarter, played most of the second quarter. So we'll see if they split duties here in the second half.
I don't know if that was because of an injury or if it was because trying to mix it up a little bit.
And we said the keys for the game was the Rome up front. Could they handle the size of Baldwinsville? Pass, pass, pass. Carlson's been good at times. They came out throwing the ball nice in the flats, some nice short passes. They tried to throw some screens in there. We'll see if Coach DeCola goes back to the one-back set, double wing, Navy formation. They move the ball at times in that. So some different looks that they can come out with.
I think that's one of the positives for Coach DeCola with his team is that his kids have protected the quarterback for the most part. And then on the quarterback side, I mean, only knock on wood, only one interception. So you're not seeing a lot of mistakes from the quarterback play. On the penalty side, obviously, there's been a lot of penalties, but for the quarterback play, really, I think a good job either completing the ball or incompletion, not giving the ball away.
So RFA will play next Friday night. They'll play at Henniger. The following week on September 24th, they'll play. It's a Saturday. They'll play at Proctor at 1:30. And then they'll be back home in a non-league game against Elmira on September 30th. We'll see if we can come back on the 30th for the home game against Elmira. If we do have time, we'll see if we can get there Saturday for the Proctor game. Be a rivalry game there, Rome-Proctor.
That's at Proctor.
Yes. So Rome Free Academy will set to kick this thing off here. So RFA tries to pooch kick it. It's going to give Baldwinsville recovered it at their own 40-yard line.
Number 24, Next Plowman, fielded by the Bees, 1st and 10.
So we'll see if any changes for the Rome Free Academy defense. They had all they could handle in that opening half with the run game of Baldwinsville.
What do you have on that quarterback right there? Can you see that?
Looks like it's going to be Marinelli, the signal caller, under center for Baldwinsville. I formation. They come in off tackle. And he's going to be brought down.
11 the ball carrier, brought down by number 18,
Good stop by RFA getting up.
Brandon Gillette.
Gillette on the stop for Rome Free Academy.
And we see a couple of times RFA getting in the
No
backfield,
gain, 2nd
causing
and 10.
havoc for these guys. That's the key for RFA. Just get a guy back in the backfield, trying to cause some commotion back there.
Brandon 11, the backfield for Baldwinsville. They come out I formation, slot to the near side. Marinelli's going to roll right. Marinelli sets and plants his feet. He throws it a sidelines, complete, but he is out of
That's out of
bounds.
bounds, incomplete. 3rd and 10.
Marinelli rolled to the right to the near side to the Baldwinsville bench. Let it go downfield to the Rome Free Academy 30. It was complete, but it was out of bounds. So that will bring up 3rd down in about 5. 3rd down and long for Baldwinsville.
First chance for RFA to put up a stop. Be a good way to start the second half.
So Marinelli under center, Brandon Levin, and Caleb Paul in the backfield. It's an off tackle play to Levin. Levin makes a man miss. Levin's into the secondary, makes another man miss. Levin's going to go all the way down. Oh, he did. He got the corner.
Touchdown scored
What a run by
by
Levin.
number 21, Brandon 11.
So Brandon Levin made a man
60
miss.
yard touchdown
Got
run.
through the backfield, 60-yard
41
touchdown
nothing.
run. Opening drive of the 3rd quarter for Baldwinsville on 3rd and long for Rome Free Academy.
Yeah. And Levin a couple of times on that run just planted his foot and went the other way.
Levin made a nice cut to get to the outside. He got the corner, made a couple man miss. And that's a backbreaker. It was 3rd and long. So now Baldwinsville on to attempt the extra point, and the kick is up, and it is good. 11 minutes remaining in the 3rd
Extra
quarter.
point is good.
Baldwinsville now leads 42-0.
Didn't take him very long to get back to work
By
for Baldwinsville.
Griffin Killian. 42-0. 11 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
Jay, no problem, man. I know where to find you. Appreciate it as always. Keep up the good work out there.
So Rome, that's kind of a backbreaker on a 3rd and long.
Yeah,
Start the second half.
3rd and long. You get them in the long down and distance. You get a stop there. You get your offense back on the field. So not the way they want to
The way they
start.
run, the style that they have, you never know. Once they run that ball.
So
Lanes open up.
LeBron Bowman is back deep. And Carson Patnode, the other deep man. Both back deep at about the 10-yard line. Baldwinsville has squib kicked a couple kicks, and they've kicked a couple deep. We'll see what they elect to do here. They're going to kick it deep. It's going to be fielded by Patnode at about the 10. Patnode across the 20-yard line, and he's going to be wrestled down at about the RFA 25-yard line.
Yeah, he ran into a couple of balls. Will be just waiting
Returned
for him. Now.
by Carson Patnode.
So we'll see if any changes that Rome makes. I'd like to see him go back to that one-back set.
I
at their
think, I
own
think
26.
towards the end of the half, you started seeing them mixing things up a little bit, and it started to work. They took away the short game on them.
So it's going to be a shotgun formation for Carlson. 2-by-2 set. He's got Martelli to his right in the backfield. Carlson's going to be back to throw. Carlson's going to scramble left. Carlson to the near sideline. Carlson's going to be out of bounds, but there's a flag on the play in the
Carlson
backfield.
Stevenson scrambles out of bounds.
That could be a
Gets
holding
flag on the
call.
play.
We'll see what happens. But Carlson was scrambling to the near side.
Coverage is pretty
Scrambled
good.
it out of bounds. So we'll see here. There was a flag, and it is indeed, it's a holding call against Rome Free Academy. So that'll back
Holding
Rome up
against the
deep
Black Knights.
in their own territory.
These penalties continue to haunt Rome.
Ferb, good to hear from you, man. Hope you're doing well out there. So this is not the possession that Rome wanted, backed up inside their own territory. But Baldwinsville's going to decline it.
Holding penalty is declined.
So they declined it, so it's going to be second down.
Loss of 8, second and 18.
So RFA comes back shotgun. Jack Lawless down here to the near side. He's one-on-one. Trips to the far side. Martelli's lone setback. Carlson's going to hand it off. Nope. Play action pass complete over the middle for a first down. Ball complete to Fernandez.
Ricky Fernandez.
Let's see
Brings the
the
ball
Very
out
nice
to
play
the
by Rome.
34-yard line.
so they
Third and
They mark
3.
them short, so it's going to bring up third down, third and a couple. Nice throw by Carlson to Fernandez. Shotgun formation. Martelli the lone setback. He's to Carlson's left. 2-by-2 set. Carlson will take the shotgun. One-step throw. He throws it out to the flats. It's complete. It's complete to LeBron Bowman for a first down.
Pass is complete to
Those quick
Fernandez.
passes for Carlson have worked well so far.
First down for the Black Knights.
We've said it before, but this is exactly what Rome needs. Take time off the clock, move the ball.
Trips formation again. Carlson in the shotgun. He's got Martelli to his left. Carlson's going to throw. It's batted down at the line of scrimmage.
Pass is batted down at the line of scrimmage.
That was
Incomplete.
batted down by number 99, Parker Hissick.
Two
Good
guys
play
in the
by
backfield.
Parker. A lot of penetration there, but Carlson, one step, was ready to get rid of it. It was knocked down at the line of scrimmage. So DeCastro and Fernandez down here to the near side. Carlson back in the gun. He takes a step. He throws it deep. And it is incomplete. It was intended for Jack Lawless. Carlson was knocked down on that one.
He had Lawless streaking down the sidelines.
So we let that one go deep, intended for Jack Lawless. They got Jack Lawless one-on-one to the backside. They put the trips formation, the three receivers down here to the near side, and Carlson put some air on it to try to get Jack Lawless downfield, but it falls incomplete.
Those are exactly the type of things Rome needs to do once in a while to catch him sleeping.
So Carlson's going to scramble here to the near side. Carlson makes a man miss, and he is brought down behind the line of scrimmage. So that will bring up fourth down and long
Carlson
for Rome Free
Stevenson on
Academy.
the keeper. No gain on the play.
We'll bring up fourth and long. It'll send out the punt team.
4th and 10.
So we'll see who's going to be back deep for Rome kicking. It's not Jack Wallace this time. Looks like it's going to be number 13, Austin Dejan. Punt formation. And he gets a good kick. It's going to take an RFA bounce.
Led by DeJean.
And it will be down
Down
at the Baldwinsville 20-yard line.
21 yard line.
Very good kick by RFA.
1st and 10 for the Bees.
Back them up a little bit, but again, another good drive. They started a good drive and they just couldn't finish it out.
8:29 left to go in the third quarter. Rome Free Academy trails Baldwinsville 42-0. Camden football up 28-12. Thanks for the updates, Mike. My sister team's up 2-0. It's Marinelli at quarterback. Baldwinsville's going to keep it on the ground. He's going to be wrestled down at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by Rome by kind of staying with the play.
Roman McIntyre, the
Guys in
ball
the
carrier.
backfield.
That's McIntyre, the ball carrier for Baldwinsville. Anthony Noda's in at tailback for Baldwinsville. They go I formation. They go handoff to the fullback inside. And the fullback's going to have about 5 on the play.
Dylan Garcia.
That's Garcia.
Always nice when you're going to hand to your fullback. Takes it up the field for 5 yards.
It's a good mix when you can hit your fullback for a quick 5.
We don't see a lot of fullback play anymore.
Bring up third down at about 3. Anthony Noda still at tailback, slot formation for Baldwinsville. They go off tackle to Noda, and he's going to be close to the first down. I think he's going to be just short.
About 3 RFA players in the mix there.
Anthony Noda, the ball carrier. Stopped short of the first down. 4th and 2.
So it's short. So it's 4th down and 2. That'll send out the Baldwinsville punt team. So RFA gets a stop. Let's see if Baldwinsville's get a punt. They don't have anybody back deep. They're missing a punter.
Yeah, I'd be careful here.
Back deep for Rome is Serafia Norris. So Baldwinsville gets the punt away, and RFA is going to let it roll. And it's going to be down at about the 44-yard line. So RFA gets a stop. They'll take over. They trail 42-0 with 6 minutes to go.
Good field advantage for them, but now they got to take one back now and put one in the end zone. I think when you look at this game, there's a lot of positives for Rome. I mean, I know you look at the scoreboard and think there's not, but there's a lot of things that they're moving the ball in certain instances pretty well with the passing game.
We'll see if they go back to an empty set. Right before the half, they went 5 wides, empty set for Carlson. They showed a couple different looks here in the first half. They go back to the shotgun. Martelli's the lone setback. It's a 2-by-2 set. Carlson back to throw. Carlson under pressure. He steps up. He's got a lot of room. And Carlson's going to scamper for the first down. Carlson stepped up in the pocket and had a lot of room to run the ball, and he took off for the RFA first down.
First time all game that you've kind of seen the field open up for it.
So first down, Rome Free Academy. Carlson in the shotgun. Martelli to his left, the lone setback. Carlson in the shotgun. He steps back to throw. He's going to be wrestled down. He's fighting, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. There's a flag on the play. I think they got him by the face mask.
Might have, yeah.
That should be a face mask against Baldwinsville. That should move him 15 yards.
Quarterback brought down after a short game.
That should be a
Flags on
personal
the play,
foul.
face mask. Against
Looked
the
like he
Bees.
was off against kind of the same kind of play. I think if it wasn't for that
It
face
is.
mask, he would have gone.
It's a personal foul, so that should be a 15-yard penalty. First down, Rome here. They got a drive going in Baldwinsville territory.
The owner of a blue BMW, license plate HGB 3274, parked south of the stadium. Please move your vehicle. It's blocking other cars. Thank you. It's also parked in the no parking zone.
So first down for RFA in the shotguns, Carlson. They are at the Baldwinsville 25-yard line. Carlson, one stop and throw. It's complete for the first down and more to Lawless. And Jack Lawless breaks the tackle, and it's first down, Rome Free Academy.
Lawless crashed down after that to pick up the first down.
Nice quick throw by Carlson. One stop and throw. Lawless made a miss. First down, Rome Free Academy.
Pass complete to Lawless. For the RFA first down at the 15.
First down, Rome Free Academy. Carlson in the shotgun. Carlson, one step. He's going to throw. He steps up. He scrambles right, and he throws it away out of bounds, and it's
Pass
incomplete.
incomplete. Second and 10.
Bring up second down for RFA.
Yeah, there's nothing there. As they covered was pretty tight. We talked about Rome having opportunities. They have one here. They really got to punch it in here if they can.
To Castro and Fernandez to the left. Carlson in the shotgun. Carlson just step up and throw it, and it is incomplete.
So he had the guy in the end zone. Threw at his feet.
It
Wasn't
was
able to get it.
incomplete.
Pass intended for Bowman, incomplete.
So that brings up third down for Rome here inside the 15-yard line. This is the best drive of the game for RFA. Late in the third quarter, 2-by-2 shotgun formation. Carlson. He's got Martelli in the backfield to his left. Carlson the throw. Carlson the throw to the right side, corner of the end zone, and it's caught. Jack Lawless for the Rome touchdown.
Pass is complete to Jack Wallace for the RFA touchdown.
That's exactly the type of drive you were hoping for all game for Rome.
It was a good throw by Carlson, who stepped up under pressure, put it right on the money in the corner of the end zone to Jack Lawless for the first Rome Free Academy touchdown of the evening. And Baldwinsville leads Rome 42-6 as Rome will attempt the extra point. The snap is down, the hold is down, the kick is up, the kick is no good.
Extra point attempt by Palman.
Jack Palman came on for the
Score
extra
with
point.
5:06 left in the third quarter.
Well, our put together a real nice drive there. We said it before. Is move the ball nicely down the field. A lot of passing plays. Nice job by Evan Carlson to put the ball in the right spots.
Really good drive. They had a couple personal foul calls against Baldwinsville to help them move the sticks. Carlson made a couple nice plays, especially the one where he stepped up in the pocket and broke it for a big run, and then threw an absolute strike to Jack Lawless in the corner of the end zone to give RFA their first touchdown of the game here with 5:06 left in the third quarter. RFA trails 42-6.
like the student section, a little entertainment with the cell phones out and the lights on.
Back deep for Baldwinsville will be number 26, Caleb Paul, and number 28, Caleb Young. So RFA will kick it out of bounds. That was number 24, Jack Pullman, who did the kick. So that'll give Baldwinsville the ball here in the third quarter.
Illegal procedure against the Black Knights.
Looks like the penalty's going to put him back again.
Should we sing a little Sweet Caroline with the students?
Carolina, yeah.
They used to be one of my go-to
Got the cell
karaoke
phone up
songs.
with the lights. Looks good from here. Well, our song is, we sing the special song on Sundays.
Old Patty Smythe. We've been promoting her for years.
Save that for Sundays.
So Nick Wellman back in at quarterback for Baldwinsville.
First and 10 for the Bees.
Wellman and
at
Marinelli have went
12:42.
most of the way here at quarterback for Baldwinsville here tonight. That's Caleb Paul, the ball carrier. I think we got a flag on the play. Let's see what the flag is here. They call
Dylan Garcia, the ball carrier,
False
flag
start.
on the play.
false start Baldwinsville, so that'll move them back 5. So that'll bring up first and long. It'll be a 1st and 15 after the 5-yard penalty.
Nice to see RFA get a stop here and get the offense back on the field.
Baldwinsville, Wellman under center, I formation. They go power to Caleb Paul, the ball carrier for Baldwinsville.
Noah DeStito on the stop for the Black Knights.
Noah DeStito for the Black Knights on the stop. That'll bring up 2nd down and 11 for Baldwinsville. I formation for Baldwinsville. Wellman under center. We're going to get a timeout on the field. I'm not sure if the game clock reset. If we got a timeout. It's going to be a timeout, Rome Free Academy.
Hey guys, number 60 is Brian East. He keeps getting called something else.
Okay, that's not us. We're the radio guys.
Right here, man. What's the problem?
Number 60 is Brian East.
Okay.
He keeps getting called something else.
I didn't call number 60. Okay.
Make sure we thank tonight's sponsors. Thanks to Nazi Adolphi and D&D Carpets. Thanks to the Nealon Group and Salvatore Bonanza. Thanks to Anthony Mariani of Rome Pre-Owned Auto Sales. Larry Posset of LCS Janitorial Services. John Miller and Rich Ferrucci at the Palisades. Terry Denton of Rome Signs. To be 2nd down and 9 for Baldwinsville here. Wellman under center. Caleb Paul, the tailback. They'll hand it to Paul coming through the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be right at about the 50-yard line.
Dylan Garcia again, the ball carrier.
Paul kind of with a head of steam coming into the line. A big 3rd down now for Rome here.
And he was brought down that time by Noah DeStito, with the coaching staff telling him to stay down. He was limping off the field. So the injured Rome Free Academy defensive lineman is Noah DeStito. With 4:03 to play in the third quarter, RFA trails Baldwinsville 42-6.
I think already, Coach, you've seen them keep Baldwinsville off the field more than you saw in the first half.
Noah Castillo, the injured Black Knight.
So Noah will walk off under his own.
Yeah, wow, yeah. Well, they have they're qualified, they said. Well, you don't.
Big third down here for
Wind the clock.
RFA.
Start the clock. No, start the clock. Yeah, but it wasn't in time.
So they hand it off out of the I formation. That's Caleb Young, the ball carrier. It'll be a first down for Baldwinsville.
For the Beeville first down.
Almost 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Baldwinsville with it first down at the Rome Free Academy 44-yard line. I formation, Caleb Young, the tailback. Slot formation to the top. They hand it off to Young in the backfield, and he's through the line of scrimmage for about 7 yards.
Another big one for these Bees. They just seem to put
They
the
made a
ball in whoever's
lot of
hands,
clock
and they just-
on this one. Bring up second down at about 5.
Stop for the Black Knight. Second and 3 for the Bees.
They hand it off to Young again. Young's right through the line of scrimmage.
Young again, ball
And Young's
carrier.
going to be another Baldwinsville first down.
Gifford again on the stop.
If these RFA players starting to target a little bit of this running game, it wears on you after 3 quarters.
DeStito, Holmes in on the tackle for Rome. Wellman under center again. Young, the lone tailback in there. Off tackle, that's Young. Through the line of scrimmage, he's into the secondary, and he is stopped. But it's another gain of 6 for Baldwinsville. It'll bring up second down and a long
Caleb
4.
Young again, the ball carrier.
They give it to Young again. Young makes a man miss. And he's through. It's going to be close to another B first down. We'll see where they spot it. They are going to mark it first down for Baldwinsville.
Beeville just running up their gut.
So it's first down at the Rome Free Academy 15-yard line. This drive has been Caleb Young on the ground for Baldwinsville. We'll see if they give it to him again here. It's Wellman under center. They do give it to Young off tackle. He makes a man miss, and he's rustled down after a short
Young
gain.
again, the ball carrier.
Now you have the credit to those guys up front who are really creating huge holes for the running backs here for Beeville tonight.
Noah Andruski in the stop.
And Druski on the stop for Rome. Wellman under center for Baldwinsville. They sneaked a fullback in that time. And a fullback's going to be close to a first down. Look like Chase, Virginia.
Carson Patno brings down the ball carrier.
Pat note on the stop for Rome Free Academy.
He was short of the first down.
Third down and a long 3, we'll call it. I formation for Baldwinsville. They sneak the fullback in there again. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage.
Bunch of Black Knights there to make that stop.
Well, it looks like Baldwinsville is going to run this thing out. So we will head to the fourth quarter with Baldwinsville on the move.
The stop on the last play. That's the end of the third quarter. Bees lead 42-6.
And despite Baldwinsville using up a lot of clock in this quarter, I think RFA did a good job of keeping them out of the end zone so far. For RFA, I'd like them to come into this quarter, get another stop, see if they can put another one on the board. This game gets
The
late
Black
to the
Knights
fourth.
will be away the next 2 weekends at Henniger at Crocker. They'll return home on September 30th against Elmira High School.
So the teams will switch fields. Baldwinsville will have it right now, third and a short 2 from the RFA 8-yard line. So Baldwinsville is going to line up for a field goal opportunity here on fourth down. The kick is a good kick. He had a lot of leg. He missed it, but boy, he had a good leg on that one.
No good.
So Griffin Killian's kick was no good, but he had some leg on that one.
Good stop for RFA. I mean, a long drive, and they come out with nothing, which is good.
So RFA gets a turnover on downs. They'll take over, pinned deep in their own territory, though, so have to be careful here. Mike. Yeah, they were jarring old Mr. Tark up here. So RFA will take over here on downs. Looks like some new faces for Baldwinsville here. Take a look. I believe it's still Carlson in the shotgun, so it's still the same core of wideouts for Rome here. There's a penalty on the play. They threw a flag. I'm not sure what the flag is.
Flags on Beeville.
Wonder if it's a legal substitution. Might have been illegal substitution. It's 42-6 Baldwinsville.
12 people on the field for the Bees.
Baldwinsville had 12 people on the field. They got caught sub, and that usually happens late in the game when you're moving kids in and out to try to get them in the game. But Carlson's still in there. Carlson's going to scramble in the shotgun. He scrambles to the near side, and he is wrestled out of bounds. So Carlson got the corner. It'll be a first down. They'll move the sticks.
First down for the Black Knights
So it's a first down.
at the 34.
First down at their own 34-yard line. So it'll be a shotgun formation, 2-by-2, Martelli to the right of Carlson. Carlson in a shotgun. Carlson back to throw. Carlson stops up the throw, complete in the flat to Bowman. Bowman makes a man miss. There he goes. And LeBron Bowman made a man miss.
LeBron Bowman. RFA.
Carlson stepped up, threw it to the flat. Bowman made a man miss. Once he made a man miss, forget it. It was a clear sailing. It was a sprint to the goal line. And LeBron Bowman
66
punches
yards,
one in
touchdown
from
pass.
66 yards for the Rome Free Academy touchdown.
To
Bowman
LeBron
and Saul,
Bowman.
so we've seen a lot more of him.
So RFA
42-12.
is set for the extra point. They will line up for the extra point. Trying to see who's kicking the extra point. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up. It is good.
Extra point is good by Jack Kyleman.
So Jack Pileman came on for the extra point.
42-13. 11:36 left in the fourth quarter.
Real nice shot there by RFA on that drive.
So Baldwinsville had the missed field goal, and RFA took advantage of it, came down and scored.
These are the type of things that coach will take into the next game and talk about the good things that they've done. Regardless of what the score is, there's a lot of things that come out of this game.
Oh, you like to still see the fight. You like to see the fight still. So Rome will kick it off. A little onside kick. Did they get it? No, I do not think they did. I think Baldwinsville recovered.
Short kick is recovered by the Bees.
It's going to give the Bees some good field position at the 40.
First and 10
45.
for Baldwinsville. At the 45-yard line.
Stop him. All right, there you go.
Good stop by RFA as they got into the backfield. That was number 53, I think. He's got his Frank Enos. This is where you look for a stop late in the game here. About 11 minutes to go.
Just under 11 minutes.
No defense.
Second down and 7.
Come on, D, stop him. Take it down.
So it's Marinelli at quarterback.
All right.
Like they had the running back stop for a second. Started back up again.
Caleb Paul.
Caleb Young, the ball carrier.
Maybe down on the field, I think. Injury.
There's an injured Baldwinsville player that's down, so we got to stop in the action.
So, Coach, good to see a good crowd here today.
It was a good night.
Yep.
Great night for a football game.
Honestly, not the outcome that these guys wanted here, but
So that was number 28, Caleb Young, the injured Baldwinsville player that's being helped off the field.
one of the big names for balls will run the ball.
That's Anthony Noda from Marinelli.
Oh, chopping his feet gets a couple extra yards on the play.
So Baldwinsville brings two new backs in, number 20, Darius Cortis, and Michael Spinner, the two backs that come in for Baldwinsville here. Late fourth quarter, about 9 minutes left to go in the game. It's Marinelli under center. They hand it off to the fullback, and the fullback's going to have the first down. It'll be first down, Baldwinsville.
Number 34, Dylan Garcia.
So Dylan Garcia, that brings up Brandon Natali on the stop for Rome Free Academy.
First set of downs for
Be first down. They hand it off to Noda. Noda makes a man miss, and he's going to be brought down right at about the line of scrimmage.
Nolan Andruski.
Looks like that was Andruski.
Gain of 1, 2nd and 9 from the 20.
So it's second down and 9.
This is where you're looking for another big stop by Rome late in the game.
Marinelli under center for Baldwinsville. They hand it off to Garcia. Garcia, the fullback, straight ahead for about 3.
So number 66 for Rome was in on the tackle. I believe it's Zachary Bronson.
Garcia again, the ball carrier.
It'll be third down and 7 for Baldwinsville. Marinelli under center, Noda the setback. Garcia's at fullback. They hand it off to Noda, and he breaks a couple tackles. He's being wrestled down by a gang of RFA defensive guys.
Anthony Noda.
Was brought down by Ronaldo De Castro.
Gets the Beeville first down.
Be a first down for Baldwinsville. With 7.5 minutes left to go in the ball
Just
game,
inside the 10.
Baldwinsville leads Rome 42-13.
So RFA's going to have to dig down deep and come up with a stop here.
They hand it off to Noda. Noda bounces it outside. He's into the corner. He's in for the Baldwinsville touchdown.
A nice shot bouncing into the outside.
Noda hit it inside, and he bounced it outside for the Baldwinsville touchdown.
Beeville touchdown scored by Anthony Noda.
Baldwinsville
That
now
makes it
leads Rome
48-13.
48-13 with 7 minutes left to go in the ball game. Baldwinsville will line up to attempt the extra point. Number 85, that's Griffin Killian, will do the kicking. Snap is good. The hold is down. The kick is up. It is no good.
Extra point attempt, no good. Score remains 48-13, 7-12
One of
left
the
in the
only
game.
areas that Balls will need some work in, and they missed a couple of field goals tonight, extra points, but everything else seems to be running just fine.
So Rome Free Academy will play next week. They'll play at Henniger, and then they will come back on the 24th and play at Proctor on a Saturday afternoon. And then they will return home to the stadium here on the 30th in a non-league game over Elmira. And we'll hope to have that broadcast for you here. Hopefully you've enjoyed the broadcast. It's been good to be back. Been good to be back. Been good to have Pete, have you up here.
It's been fun.
Nice to sit at the stadium for a game. For people on YouTube, thank you. For people out on Facebook, people out on Twitter, people out on LinkedIn, we appreciate tonight. I appreciate all the sponsors that reached out in such a short notice.
Really shows you how much people love.
They love their sports in Rome.
They love Rome sports.
Yep, they love their sports here in Rome, that's for sure. So Baldwinsville set to kick it off after the touchdown. Good kick. That kick sends RFA all the way back inside the 5-yard line. And he brings it out. That's going to be Martelli who brought it out. So RFA will get possession with 7 minutes left in the ball game. They trail 48-13.
Kickoff
Part of the game,
return
I
out
think
to
he was working on
the
trying to get
20
some plays in, trying to get some reps in and see if we can get a touchdown late in the game.
was by Carson Pedno.
All right, my boys, let's go. Let's get it done.
Pass is complete from Austin Bazine to Dakota Neff.
So Evan Carlson's night is
Gain of
done.
5 yards.
That's the new quarterback, is sophomore quarterback Austin DeJean comes in for Rome. Looks like we're going to have a timeout here. Looks like we got a Rome player down. We'll see if we can get a number. So make sure we thank some more sponsors here. Concetta Griffo at Gigi's Hair Designs, Irish Bukowski of the Birch Wealth Management, Jason Yeagers of Big J's Pizza, Tommy Hawkins of Hawkins and Hurlbut Sanitation, John Lavala, the Carfather Auto Detailing, Anthony Mariani at Rome Pre-Owned Auto Sales, John Miller and Rich Ferrucci at the Palisades, Terry Denton in Rome Signs, Kristen and Tim Saffin of 3M's Property Maintenance and Cleaning, Mike Matthews of Matthews Auto. Thanks for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Second down and 6 for Rome Free Academy. The new quarterback for Rome is number 13, Austin DeJean, is in there at quarterback for Evan Carlson. He's going to run it quarterback, sweep left. DeJean's going to break a tackle. DeJean's still fighting, and he's finally wrestled down. A shoestring tackle for Baldwinsville.
He almost broke that free.
Austin
Both sides of the
DeJean
field.
the keeper.
He was close.
Now that some of those subs are in
Ball
this game,
marked at
for
the
Bevo, you see
20-yard line.
kids a little more of their size, but still got some big guys out there.
To be third down and a long 11 from the RFA 20-yard line. To be trips formation to the near side. It's Austin DeJean at quarterback for Rome. DeJean in a shotgun. He's going to throw. He stops up the throw. Pass is incomplete. Intended for Serafia Norris. So that will bring up
Pass
fourth
intended
down.
for Serafia Norris. Incomplete.
So that'll bring up 4th and long for Rome Free Academy. 5.5 minutes left to go in the ball game.
There's a penalty. A flag in there.
After this penalty against the Black Knights, brings the ball back to the 10.
Penalty against Rome. I didn't see what the penalty was, but it's half the distance to the goal, so that backs Rome up even further. Could be 4th down and long from their own 10-yard line. They'll do a quick kick, and that's Austin DeJean, the quarterback, and a quick kick. It's going to be fielded by Baldwinsville at midfield, and he's going to be wrestled down at about the 48-yard line.
Good job by the Rome defenders getting there quick and bringing them down.
Trevor Valenti.
So Baldwinsville's going to take over in RFA territory.
Tackle. 5:29 left in the game. 1st and 10 for the Bees at the Black Knights 48.
Make sure to tune in Sunday morning on WKAL Talk Radio 1450. You can hear Pete and myself, the stat man, Eric Coleman, and Coach Nick Medisas to the Mohawk Valley Sports Watch on 1450 AM and 103.3 FM from 9 to 11.
A lot of college football talk that day.
A lot of college football action. The NFL started last night. Buffalo looked all as advertised.
They did.
They looked like
Nice
the
to
Super
see.
Bowl favorite.
Still early because a lot of talk about Super Bowl, but it's only week 1.
So Nick Wellman in at quarterback. Him and Marinelli have went most of the way here, splitting series. So now coming in, Wellman's going to go off. And number 7, Zachary Nesbitt, looks like he's coming in.
I think Ronaldo De Castro was in on the tackle for
Ronaldo De Castro, the stop for the Black Knights. Gain of 6.
So it's a gain of 6.
2nd and 4.
So they hand it off to Noda. Noda makes a couple man miss, and he's going to have a first down to the RFA 30-yard line. So it'll be a first down.
Little spin move resulted in picking up a first down.
So it's first down Baldwinsville with 4 minutes left to go in the game. So they hand it off to the fullback. And the fullback rustles his way for about 7. Let's see who was in on the stop for Rome. Gets dark up here, doesn't it?
It is dark. It's hard. Also, those numbers are hard to see in the black jerseys.
So it's second and short for Baldwinsville. It's Noda again on a little bit of a cutback. Now he breaks it to the outside. He's got daylight. Touchdown, Baldwinsville.
Yeah. Ball's kicked to the outside.
The junior running back, Anthony Noda,
Touchdown.
cut it up
Baldwinsville,
inside. He was
scored by
bunched up.
Anthony Noda.
And then he cut it back outside, and he's in for the Baldwinsville touchdown. 3:14 left to go in the ball game. Baldwinsville now leads 54-13. They will be on to attempt the extra point. So it's Griffin Killian on to attempt the extra point. Snap's good. The hold is good. The kick is up. It is good.
Extra points good by Killian. 55-13. Bees lead.
RFA trails 55-13 with 3:14 left to go in the ball game. RFA will play next Friday night at Henniger. They'll return the following week on Saturday to play at Proctor. That's a 1:30 kick. And then they'll be right back here at the stadium on September 30th in a non-league game against Elmira. This will drop RFA to 0-2 in their first league game of the season.
They have their hands full tonight. Tough matchup. Everybody knew it coming in.
A real good game last night in a Class A showdown is West Genesee beat New Hartford 19-18. New Hartford came here last week in a non-league game and beat Rome 52-26. West Jenny the week before scored and went for the 2-point conversion that beat Whitesboro. They fell short. Remember, West Genesee's playing down this year in Class A. So that was a really good football game last night at New Hartford.
Both teams were tied at half, I think 6-6.
And it's a really good New Hartford team last year that went 9-1 all the way to their Section 3 finals. So,
Coach Kramer's done a great job out there in New Hartford.
yep, Coach Kramer is usually a guest on the No Huddle podcast, which debuts next Thursday night. I'll bring the coaches back. Coach DeCola will be one of those guests.
All right.
It'll be
Kickoff return is by number 20. Dick Cordonet.
We usually have Coach DeCola on.
we'll have Coach
Sunday morning
Coach
to talk about the
DeCola.
game.
Yep, Coach DeCola will be on Sunday morning to talk about this game. Been kind enough to come on and do it. I know it's always tough sometimes after a loss, but he's been gracious enough to do it. And he'll be on the podcast next Thursday night with Coach Medicis, myself, Nick from C-Bus. We'll see. I'm sure he's going to have a lot to say. He's a big Buckeye fan.
Oh, yeah.
It's fun to get those guys going because Jake's a big Clemson fan, so we get him going. I'm the Michigan guy to get me going.
This Clemson team looks pretty good once
The defense kept them
whatever
in.
his name is got going.
Yep, DJ. Well, I know one thing. The questions about who's going to replace Nick Saban, it's not Dabo Sweeney, who just signed a 10-year contract They make him the highest paid coach next to Nick
Carson,
Saban.
that knows about
Did he
there.
say that he would retire when players would start getting paid?
A lot of people thought that when, and we'll still might see it, the day Nick Saban retires, they were saying that Dabo Sweeney could be the replacement.
I don't know.
Why did you stop the clock? Running time?
Second down.
Play clock right now? No.
We're just at about 2 minutes. It's Austin DeJean still in there, quarterback on the quarterback keeper. He's brought down at the line of scrimmage.
We're being a little gracious with substitutions here late in the game. Some players come on late.
So it's third down and long with 1:48 to go left in the game.
That guy gave the running time. What was another question? Oh. Right next one, kid. You ever had that with you? No.
So Austin DeJean, the quarterback, third and long. He's going to step and throw. It's complete. So DeJean gets a completed pass.
Pass is complete to Dakota Knapp.
And it was Dakota Knapp, number 20, the junior wide receiver on the catch. So that'll bring up first down. They'll move
First
the
and
sticks.
10 for the Black Knights.
And we're just approaching 1 minute to
We
go.
reached the 1 minute mark.
That's a college room. They can't have one. Competition is too keen.
So they keep it on the ground to DeJean. And he's going to be tackled, but he stays in bounds.
Jane again the ball carrier.
So that should do it.
First down
That should do it.
at midfield.
Nice job bouncing up to get it outside and get the first
So
down.
we'll see if they get a play in, but that should do it. Well, that should be your final score. Baldwinsville 55, Rome Free Academy 13. 20 seconds and the clock will run. And that will do it here from Rome Free Academy Stadium here. This will be the last play of the game. They'll be tackled. And
Jane down at the 44-yard
so
line.
that'll do it.
And that's the end of the game.
Just want to make sure we thank all the sponsors
RFA
for tonight's
13.
ball game.
Remember,
Thanks,
Black
Pete,
Knights
for
will
coming on
again
and joining the broadcast tonight.
September
Thanks to everybody out there tonight that listened across social media. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Your final score from Tom Hoke Field, Rome Free Academy 13, Baldwinsville 55. We'll see you next time here from Rome Free Academy Stadium.
He said he wanted to come to the weekend.